everyone. It's World Class Bullshitters. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight at the base is the one, the only, DeAndre.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, I promise you, from this day forth, not only will I rescue the sweet alien cheeks that have been promised to all of us this fine day on the morrow, but I will indeed constantly upload live footage of my alien cheapage.
Man chuckling in the background is the last thing's on Big Rig Nick Newton.
I came here for the aliens, and all I got was a lousy t-shirt. That's it.
You know, we should change your name from the Samoan Love Machine to the Intergalactic Love Machine.
I am okay with that. I am entirely okay with that.
And finally, Kendo Slice.
All right, guys. So here's what we need you to go left. I'm going to hook them to the right, and we're going to advance in a standard pincer movement, advancing one right after the other. Once we get to the fences, we raise the flag.
Deal.
I'll immense my Naruto run and break through their first line.
Good job.
That's fine. Yeah. Once we get through that first line fence, we should be all the way into the hangar.
So we're out here all this weekend, and we're going to watch some people run up to the base and probably get cut down. Anything you guys are hoping to see besides aliens?
First, I want the goddamn recipe to Szechuan sauce, number one. Number two, the rumor that Walt Disney's head is frozen. My only assumption is that it's Area 51. The rumors I've heard is that it is at Area 51. And goddamn it, I want to hear some anti-Semitism from a crazy old man and a goddamn ice cube. That's what I want. I need it.
Listen, I'm waiting for Jeff Goldblum to get down here and go back to where he used to work. You know, I'm waiting for that to happen. I'm pretty sure got his card and everything because he was there, wasn't he? He was there, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna prop myself up on that hill over there, the one you guys right there to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get some binoculars out, and I'm just gonna sit there and wait for the people to start storming, so I can watch the Air Force, stack them high.
Well, I'm just going to stay back as far as possible and enjoy a nice, delicious cold brew. And there we go. So, boys, this is episode 189 of World Class Bullshitters, where it turns out that that leak of Star Wars Episode 9 is true. So if you want to know what it is, well, just wait a minute. We'll get there. So first, we don't have anything new in terms of Patreon tonight, but we're going to have some new content. After Hours will be live tomorrow morning, as always. And I guess next week we'll upload our Halloween 2 commentary / watch party. It's a big video. So if you guys want to get involved with that, that's going to be over there for you to watch with us and have a lot of fun. So, Rambo, are we guys going to go see that this weekend?
Absolutely.
Oh god, yes.
I completely plan on doing so.
So next week we'll get back together and we'll give a review for the movie. Sound good?
Deal.
Yeah, man. I'm down. Yeah.
Before we move on from Rambo, just shout it out. Favorite Rambo movie? Go.
2.
1.
Thank you, Ken.
Yeah.
Beep boop beep bop.
I'll go with 4.
4 is great. It's my second favorite.
Okay, Kendo's really not going to answer. So, folks, I went into a long.
Sorry.
There you go.
My shit cut out. I would say my favorite's 2.
Okay. So I guess that's the official one of the channel. Rambo 2, First Blood.
Yep.
Part 2.
Yep.
The first blood inning. The first blood.
The first blood inning.
Back in action inning.
They drew first blood again for
He
the
came
second
from over
time.
there.
It's not my blood though.
We sound like Family Guy now. I'm proud. No, like I said, folks, I talked about it this morning on Good Morning Pop Culture about the masculinity of Rambo, and jaded film critics are giving the film a bad score because they don't like the politics behind Rambo. So if you are a think for yourselfer, go out and check out the movie and let us know what you think. And if you want to wait until you hear what we think, we'll watch it over the weekend and we'll put out a tweet giving you a score. So how's that sound?
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't like the politics of the new Twilight Zone, but other people seem to love it, and nobody bitched about that except for us. But this is fine. This is
stupid.
No, 100%. This is fun. This is a nice, violent, shoot 'em up, crazy movie that we need. I'm okay with that.
Agreed. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be fun. So, you want to talk about what's not fun?
Not really, but let's fucking get it out of the way. Let's do it.
Pull the bandit off. Let's do it.
All right. So,
Yeah.
You know what? Let's start it off positively. We were right all along. So,
We usually are.
As opposed to what?
well, we saw a few months ago that there was a Star Wars Episode 9 poster that came out, and everyone told us it was fake and that we were wrong and that we were assholes. But it turns out it was true. So do you guys remember
that stupid retarded one with the C-3PO carrying the bowcast? Yeah, there it is. God damn it. We were right. I hate the fact that we were right.
We were
Yeah, that's God. Because like that poster, just like when we were doing that episode, we posed so many questions. So many questions.
Well, people were like, "Oh, this isn't real. Look at Rey's lightsaber. It's put together. It's this. It's that. Kylo Ren's mask. It's a Photoshop job." It was real all along.
Yeah, man.
So, how do we feel about this?
Not
Not about being right, the actual poster.
I would say
Okay,
similar to how I felt when we first saw it, and I was like, "Wow, this looks really stupid." But hey, it could just be a fake leak. But now that it's been confirmed, I see a dumpster rolling down the hill, and it is on fire.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be right, but I'm also kind of sad or right too, because that poster chock full of some bullshit that I've never seen before, and I have no idea who those characters are and don't really care. So yeah, I think I heard a little bit of what you're good on pop culture. Like, we're just gonna be in the theater laughing at how bad this is. When we go watch it in December.
Well, the nice part is it's turning out to be, Star Wars Episode 9. People are starting to lower their expectations. Scott Mendelson actually has an article talking about the doom and gloom of Star Wars Episode 9, which I'm going to cover for this coming week.
Holy shit! You mean Scott Mendelson? Him?
Yeah.
He thinks it's not going to be a good movie. He's not sucking
that must have been real painful
sucking
from
the
him.
teat of Disney.
Oh, that must have been real painful for him, man. But then again, like we said, he's always going with what's popular, and right now everyone's kind of coming to their senses, and he's on the side of, it might not be that good, guys. It doesn't look like production's going well, guys. Oh shit.
Yeah, and watch like a few months after, he's gonna be like, yeah, I knew all along that Star Wars was not gonna be good from Disney. It's like, dude, we have articles, we have video of you saying the opposite. Shut up.
I can't.
So in other words, what you're saying is he took the finger out of his ass, pulled it up to see which way it's blowing, and changed his mind.
Well, he has the pessimistic box office. I mean, look, when we count down to these big tentpole movies, we don't just count down like 3 weeks beforehand. I mean, we've been talking about Endgame since Infinity War ended. Normally, these big movies, you get excited right away. And with Star Wars, you used to have a 3-year gap where you could digest the film, pick up something new, then get excited with little, breadcrumbs here and there. We don't have that anymore. It's always just kind of forced down your throat. And so in this like now pop culture landscape, you'd assume, at least I would, that the hype train wouldn't have really stopped for Disney Star Wars. It never stopped for the MCU. Hell, even the DCEU had a more consistent hype train rolling through than Star Wars. And those movies weren't that great for the most part. There was 2 good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if anything, this makes me happy seeing this. It genuinely makes me happy, because at this point, now the board's set, and not that it was always a chess match of we're right, you're wrong, we're gonna prove you wrong, or you're gonna prove us right, whatever. But they at least, I can at least say they stuck with it. So whatever bad fucking idea they had, it's gonna be very fulfilling when the movie comes out and it's exactly what they said it wasn't going to be. And there's going to be all this, and this is going to be after, of course, they make the hundreds of millions of dollars, and it's going to be the #1 movie in the world, and they'll show that commercial over and over and over again. And then about week 2, week 3, week 4, everyone's going to be like, oh, they said that they weren't going to do this, that this wasn't going to be Return of the Jedi. Holy shit, it's exactly Return of the fucking Jedi. Holy shit, it's the main character, if you can call her that, winning again with very little fucking adversity. Oh, wait, again, it's the studio trying to force people to like their movie. Oh, wait, it's going to be everything they said it wasn't going to be. And we're going to have all the articles. We're going to have all the videos of all the people jumping on us, jumping on Star Wars Girl, jumping on everyone else that was like, hey, guys, maybe you should have took your time with this one. Every comicbook.com, vox.com, all these other websites that were saying the vocal minority and the fans had turned against Star Wars. I cannot fucking wait. It actually makes me happy to have to look back and see this is the board they set in fucking September. They put all their chips in one basket and that bitch burned.
I too am looking forward to all the articles because I love making videos. And one of my favorite things to do is when I produce the content, I read these articles and I laugh and I laugh and I laugh at a lot of the stupidity. Sometimes I forget to put things in because it's so dumb. My brain tries to cut it out. And like last year, the build up to Solo, where we had that Scott Mendelson article, like box office. Good.
Oh, sorry. Everybody needs to remember that Disney totally crapped on everybody. Like they give everybody shit. They called everybody horrible names and things like that. And now they want our money. They're quiet about the vocal minority. And now they're showing us all the stuff that would, that we
no. Be
like,
specific too. Be specific. They specifically, and I'm just going to go off the shit that off the top of my head. Feel free to jump in, gentlemen, for the shit that I remind you of. But one, they said that we chased Daisy Ridley off social media.
Yeah.
Not true.
Again, I know, but that's what comicbook.com said it specifically. The Star Wars page on Facebook said that. The second thing that I can recall is they said that the fans abused Kelly Marie Tran so bad that she left social media.
Yeah.
Okay. Initially, that was the first thing. Again, Ryan Johnstein specifically said that if you didn't understand the movie, you weren't smart enough. Again, that's not hyperbole. He fucking was quoted as saying that.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Comicbook.com specifically said that it was sexist man babies who did not like the fact that the main character was a female. That's why they lashed out against the first two movies. Specifically, comicbook.com fucking said that. A whole bunch of other, I guess I'll say second tier websites, specifically those. So like Jezebel was one of them. Vox was one of them. Time they tried to do a better job with the title, but they published an article shortly after The Last Jedi came out. They specifically said that again, a vocal minority of fans outcry of the movie affected the rating, the Rotten Tomatoes rating. Okay, they said that shit. Oh, then specifically, this one was my super favorite. This was another guy. What was his name? We teased him a bunch of. Well, I think it was Screen Rant. I think it was Screen Rant. A guy from Screen Rant. I can't remember the guy's name, but specifically said, and then he followed it up with he was shitting on fans of the Raimi Spider-Man movies. But he specifically said that again, it was a racist. What was it? Basement dwelling, loud minority of fans who changed the overall reception of the film, and that's why it was seen as bad, despite the fact that it was one of the best Star Wars movies. That was Screen Rant themselves that said that shit, and anyone can fucking look it up. And I promise you, if I'm wrong, it ain't by much. So
the internet is forever.
To see those same articles, those same people, when again it's Return of the Jedi, how they're gonna excuse it. They're going to excuse it. And again, it's gonna be hilarious. And there's gonna be, oh well, maybe where did Disney go wrong? Does Ryan Johnstein and JJ Abrams, do they actually know Star Wars? It's gonna be a whole change in the guard, and I can't fucking wait for it. I'm so glad that they stuck to their guns on this one. Woo! It's gonna be fun. Well,
do you remember when we got a write-up in Esquire last year about how big of pieces of shit this channel was?
Yep.
Oh yeah, dude, it was wonderful.
I forgot about Esquire.
Yeah, they literally referenced us and Doomcock. I was like, boom. So it's funny. It's always about being sexist and racist, but it's like, yeah, come meet us.
Or look at our picture. That's on our website. Yeah, go.
Or here's a crazy one. actually watch the movie objectively. That's fucking nuts. I know it's insane when you're like, hey, you don't go into the movie saying, oh my God, Rey's going to be awesome. You say, hey, let me watch the movie, see what the fuck happens. Wait a minute, why does that happen? Why would that character do that? How does she know how to do that? I've watched every step of her journey. How is she so powerful? How did she beat that guy? Why is he like that? Why does he talk like that? Where the fuck does this crazy Force radio thing come from? I have never seen that shit. And then you stop and you say, huh, maybe the movie isn't that fucking good.
Well, I'm thinking real quick back to this poster leak because to jump off the point you're making. Remember how this poster leaked and no one gave a shit?
Nobody,
Like,
nobody gave a shit, and it was hilarious because we thought it was the biggest thing, and we thought everybody was on top of it. No, nobody cared. They were worried about
it, and that was it.
Yeah, they were more worried about Endgame or Infinity War, what was ever happening at the time, and they cared more about that than the poster leak.
Yeah, no one gave a shit.
If it's a Disney property, you have to prioritize it in terms of what comes out the soonest.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. It's utterly ridiculous, and it's funny now because now they're oh man, no, the leak, the Star Wars leak, and it's like, what the fuck you mean the leak? The movie is 3 months away. What do you mean leak? You should be doing a lot more goddamn promotional shit for the movie. What the fuck you mean leak? Who's running this shit?
Where's the trailer?
Yeah,
there's not an actual trailer. There's a teaser, and then there's that D23 footage. There's no movie trailer.
Oh God! You mean the D23 footage where it was just like what 75 to 80% old stuff and just like
Dude, they milked the prequels. They've never done that.
Yeah, I was just like, because I watched it as well, and I watched the beginning of it, and like I had to restart it. I was like, I had to make sure the link was correct because I was like, oh, this is actually it. I'm not in the wrong place, and I was just like, what is going on? And then it finally got to the end of it, and then it did the whole like, evil Rey thing, which that I watched it like 100 times. That little segment, it looks like crap. They've CG'd something, and they've done some stuff in post, and it didn't look good. And I think it's going to be a really shitty dream sequence or something else. It's not going to be anything that's going to be part of the movie.
By the way, folks, we have 1,338 people watching, which is awesome and probably a record for this early into one of our shows.
It has to be.
This is easily a record.
So hit that thumbs up for us, folks. Do us a favor and let us know you like it, and let YouTube know. Did I tell you guys what YouTube's trying to do to us?
No, what are they trying to do to us?
No,
they're trying to take away our blue check mark.
Why? Why?
So if you've noticed, YouTube's been acting up lately. Our views are down. It's not just us; it's everybody on YouTube. YouTube is changing their platform, probably for more advertiser-friendly, like paid content, like CNN or Fox or anything that CBS. They want to buy ad space. They want to have shows on here. So now they're doing new categories, and they told us today that we don't qualify for a blue check mark anymore. So I had to fucking fight it because they said it's given to everybody with 100,000 subscribers. So I had to go in and fill out all these forms and stuff. So.
Which is funny because even Joe Rogan's going through that. He went to do a fight companion last week, and they weren't on YouTube for a big chunk of the card. So it's funny how they're jumping down the throats of everyone that might or might not say a bad word on YouTube.
It's the internet. People need to get over it.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I remember. God, why can't we go to before, like, back to YouTube when it was good and like we had a lot. Yeah, there was a lot of shit on here, but I mean, it was fine. It was fine. Things were a little bit more democratic, and people watched the stuff that they wanted to, and the suggestions you got were actually things you'd watch. Jeez.
Yeah. Folks, it's still fun for us. We're not getting dejected or anything like that. I just thought it would be interesting to tell you guys about the email I got today. I was like, what the fuck is happening to the channel?
That's. Yeah, I mean, what do they want? I mean, they had a kids section of YouTube that didn't work out too well. Obviously, they probably just, what they need to do is they need to make their own family friendly content. They haven't got the money for it. I mean, God knows they do. They got the Google money.
I don't think we need family friendly content. What they actually should do is just kids don't need to be on YouTube regular. Just have them be on the YouTube Kids app. Dion knows what's up.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what my fucking kids use. Damn.
The funny thing is, no kid would watch our videos and be like entertained.
Yeah, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Yeah,
They'd just be like, I don't get it. And so that's fine. I know what our audience demographic is. I get the little analytics at the end of the month. So
well, that's they don't watch anything else. You know, they pushed Will Smith at the end of the year last year, and it's like, what kid is watching Will Smith's fucking channel? He talks about upcoming movies, mostly adults, and then he talks about shit that he did in the past that the kids that they weren't alive for. Like he told a story about how he turned down The Matrix. What fucking kid cares about him turning down the goddamn Matrix?
Or even knows what The Matrix is.
Exactly.
You
I
know?
mean, that's that type of stuff's ridiculous. And then obviously they got in trouble. YouTube did for obviously the Logan Paul thing. And then when they did YouTube Rewind, it became the most downvoted fucking video in YouTube because hey, it's supposed to be a reflection of YouTube users and creators, but you're fucking putting in John Oliver and Will Smith and all this other bullshit, people who don't use YouTube regularly. So
yeah,
hey, they definitely are in a different direction than they were when this shit started.
Yeah, and it was a whole like Fortnite skit they kept doing. I was
yeah,
what? This no.
With fucking
I know what demographic you're trying to get, but you're not getting it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, with fucking what's his name, Ninja. When that motherfucker was on Twitch, he wasn't even on YouTube at the time.
Oh, did you hear what happened? What happened with him with Twitch?
Yeah, he left and he went to do that other service, and Twitch is trying to sabotage him and shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
Oh man, petty companies are great.
Oh, they are. They make for like the best cringe stories on the internet. But man, it's just like just don't do it. Just don't be those petty people. Just say goodbye nicely and just let them go.
Yeah, I mean you're making money off of them and other stuff. Just keep making money in the long run instead of trying to grab as much as you can. Like, oh no, he can't leave Twitch. He's gonna go to whatever shitty service he's on now, but we're gonna fucking try and kill all his advertising from his videos that are on here and make it to where people can't see him. It's like, okay, now you're looking like the petty fucking girlfriend. Twitch, calm down. You already have a shitty name. Calm down.
Well, it's just the reflection of the society we live in is extremely vindictive, and they will hunt you down for anything and everything if it was 30 years ago.
True. Very true.
Don't upset the play button, boys.
Well, I mean, we have the play button. They can't take it back now.
Yeah.
Well, I meant the red one that wants us to worship at its womb.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, well, there we go. Sorry, that was a random detour. Sorry, folks.
It had to be taken. It
had to be discussed. It's important.
Yeah.
It should have been at the beginning, but whatever. We're in Star Wars territory. Have you guys heard about the Reylo fans that are trying to propagate the rumor that Rey is Shmi Skywalker?
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
which
but
wouldn't make any
terrible.
goddamn sense. Like she's reincarnated, and it's like, she didn't have any force powers in the first goddamn place. You idiots! What sense would that make?
Once again, I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for part 9 to be a complete shit show and just having a good time laughing at all the dumb stuff they have. I'm waiting for the time travel thing so hard. I want that to be a thing so bad, because I think it's going to be ridiculous to introduce time travel into the cinematic Star Wars universe.
Yeah. But yeah, the whole Shmi thing makes no sense. Like Dion said, the only force sensitivity or force anything she had was the load that was blown into her to give us Anakin. That's it.
But there was no father. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, well, the ghost load that was blown into her by the force. Whatever.
The ghost load.
That's what Rodney Johnson called himself, the Force. Out on Tatooine. I'm the Force, baby.
So this is just funny. This is from the Reylo, or from a group of Reylo fans. It says Palpatine sends Rey back in time before Vader was born. Stupid. What's a Star Wars time machine gonna look like?
Wait, no. Hold on. If he sends her back, that means that he's carrying like Kylo's kid or something. Like they had sex, then she goes back in time, and it's and Kylo's his own grandfather.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's like the song from the Stupids. I'm my own grandpa.
Yeah. It's
Kylo's his own grandpa
all over again.
I'm so
I don't know how this
confused.
channel has more subscribers than we do.
I don't know.
Jeff, make that a video. Kylo Ren is his own grandfather.
Yeah.
I might have to.
He went back in time with the fucking X-wing that had a flux capacitor.
Is this future Star Wars content? Yeah. Oh my god! I just saw this today, and I rolled my eyes.
If that happens, I'm just gonna laugh my ass off in the theater. I don't care who yells at me or if they have to pull me out of the theater. I don't give a shit. I just don't care.
Oh, no one's gonna pull you out of the theater.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be with you, and so is Dion.
Damn right.
They'll be like, "You guys show up?" No.
It's
Make
man,
me, motherfucker.
it's gonna be a shit show, and I'm gonna love it. Oh man,
Yeah, fucking Ben Swallow jumps into the X-wing. R2's there. He goes, when this thing hits 88, whatever Kessel runs, you're gonna see some serious shit. Parsecs, whatever.
Parsecs are a unit of distance, not speed.
Either way, it's gonna be something retarded to harken back to something we can go, oh, I get that reference, and then he's gonna punch it, and there's gonna be a flame trail through space. He's gonna go back to the year of 33 before Battle of Yavin and knock up Shmi Skywalker.
Oh, dude, it'd have to be way more than 33. Because then Darth Vader
20
No,
years.
it would it'd have to be back when Shmi was go-go dancing for the huts.
Yeah, I just kind of I kind of grabbed a number out of my ass.
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
there
It's
you
fine.
Baba wooba big old titty baga.
Dude, I kind of like our version of what happened in the prequels better all of a sudden. We should write our own Star Wars and alternate history.
We will.
He's the go-go dancer for the Hutts. Ben Swallow invents time travel in an X-wing. It goes back in time and impregnates Shmi. It'd be great.
Why is this even a theory?
I don't. Who the fuck knows? Remember the theories
People are
for Snoke
stupid.
and Rey's parents? Remember all that shit?
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Oh, God, don't remind me. That's just gonna piss me off.
This is all this is over again. People are just speculating and coming up with theories and things that don't make sense. Even the whole remember the whole Jar Jar thing, like Jar Jar was a Sith.
That was actually
Remember-
somewhat compelling, even though it was really dumb. That would have somewhat kind of made not sense, but you'd have been looked at, you'd be like, you know what, that's just crazy enough that it doesn't work. But I'd enjoy it in a dumb fucking way. The other stuff, her parents were Obi-Wan and the green Twi'lek from Return of the Jedi, and they fucked, and
She got eaten, dude.
But Obi-Wan fucked her beforehand, man. It's with the Force, bro.
So she's like 50 years old. She just looks like she's 23.
Listen, Randy Johnson, aka the Force, showed up. I don't know how, but him and Obi-Wan got her pregnant. And now we've got Shmi Ray. Okay,
So
just deal with
Bethany's half.
Shmi Ray.
See, to be fair,
I'm sorry. If you say Shmi Ray, I should say Gesundheit.
Shmi Ray.
That's what it
to be
sounds
fair,
like.
if the last movie taught us anything with the Force Skype calls, I'm sure there's Force Skype booty calls. So he could
Dude.
theoretically project himself through space and knock a broad up.
Not only that, but could you imagine fucking Ben Swallow? He's sitting in his room with his pants off, and he does the Force booty call to Ray, and it's just, "LOL, you up?"
Yeah. Hey, girl, what you doing?
Kylo, are you drunk? No, baby, no. I'm
No,
just
Green
I'm
milk.
not.
I only had one.
just wondering what you're doing, girl.
Anything we come up with is better than The Last Jedi.
Oh god.
Seriously.
Well, no shit. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. There's going to be a Force booty call and some time travel and an X-wing, and Ben Swallow's going to knock up Shmi. She's a go-go dance. I mean, this is all work. This movie sounds better than what's going to happen.
Yeah, you in the chat as well, folks. Anything you guys pitch us will be better than what's in the actual film.
Force booty call.
Force,
LOL,
send me
you
some
up?
nudes. Somebody says in the chat.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, the thing is with that whole Force projection, mind link Skype thing, it'd be real easy to get nudes. Hell, you wouldn't even have to ask for them. You could just boop, pop in, and there's Ray taking a shower, and Ben Swallow standing there with his shirt off and his hand on his crank. I mean, shit writes
On
itself.
his saber, duh. That was a perfect opportunity for a Dick Saber joke,
Let's see.
which is also my porn name in the Star Wars universe, Dick Saber.
And when stupid people try to say they call you Dick Saver, and they think you're.
I thought your porn name in the Star Wars universe was Darkseid.
That was Dark Slide, different.
Oh, okay, Darkseid. My bad.
Was that a backdoor reference?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, sorry.
Dion, the
I'm a
backdoor
little
king
tired
of
and a little
Coruscant.
sick. You say backdoor to Coruscant as Dion's porn
The
title?
backdoor king
God.
of Coruscant.
Oh, folks, in the chat, pitch us your best adult Star Wars film titles.
Yeah, let's get that going.
Oh, let's have some fun with this. I'm trying to think. I want to come up with someone with a Sarlacc pit in it, but you know.
Down into the or deep into the Sarlacc pit.
Balls deep in the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
There we go.
Jango Fett adventures in his girlfriend's Sarlacc pit. Excuse me, Boba Fett. Boba Fett, he's the one that went in the Sarlacc
Django ain't
pit.
got no head.
Yeah.
Lape says tongue punching the Force box.
Yeah. That's a good one from him. He must have copied that from somebody. That's too
No, he
creative for him.
must be drinking. That's what it is.
Feel the Force flow through you. And
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for him to message us something in fucking German.
Yeah. I'm like, no, Lape, I don't want to hang out and eat brisket. So we have a lot of super chats rolling. So let me read a couple of these from our listeners so we don't get too behind. Because on the High Council, it got to like almost 2 hours behind at one point. So
Jeez.
yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. So Cesare Japan says, wait, Star Wars is going to rip off the Rocketeer now? That's
my God.
the image of, what's the character's name? Bounty hunter lady played by Carrie Russell, Felicity in space. How would you say that, Kendo? Space Felicity?
All right.
Thank you, Kendo.
Good talk. Good talk.
Yeah. Big Joe says, I feel like I got to bust out the hard liquor again. Well, Big Joe, yeah, I think this show's better when paired with any kind of alcohol. Do you agree, Dion?
Hell yeah, I do.
Oh, definitely.
Is a pig's pussy poke?
We need beer sponsorships.
Oh yeah, we do.
That'd be fun. Dr. Coffindale says, Bad Bomb 31, 3 sheets to the kill.
Ooh.
Nice tie in there.
That works. That works on so many levels. I like that.
Let's see. Cesare Japan says, hoping Area 51 raid produces some sweet alien punani.
Well, if it does, you know Dion's gonna run over there and try to get it first.
I mean, you guys get me.
Well, speaking of get you, Dion, our friend Breadman Production says, look up horse ASMR, Dion. You're welcome.
God damn it.
Just saying. Dr. Ian Malcolm says, Lucasfilm has the worst ideas in the long, sad history of bad ideas, and the fans are going to be there when they learn that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's play a game.
Okay.
Let's play the hypothetical game. Everybody can play at home. So it's December, whatever. Let's just say it's a week after Christmas, and we're talking about Star Wars still, because obviously that's how the internet works. And this movie is like Return of the Jedi and some really stupid time travel stuff. And again, we have a situation where the fans hate it, and the critics are giving it 91%. How do you think they're gonna? What excuses do you think they're gonna give this time? Will we hear like another bot attack or all this other stuff?
No, I think we're gonna hear about preemptive fan interference, and I'm coining that phrase. They're gonna try and say that fans were so worked up and so angry about it that they preemptively were putting out videos and articles and statuses about how bad the movie was going to be, and it affected the objective, good-hearted, great people who they swear they were going to go see Star Wars. They swear they were, and they heard about it, and then that hurt the overall production and reception of the film. So that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they're gonna say like Rotten Tomatoes got flooded with negative reviews, and they tried stopping them, and this, that, and the other. And Fandango got like every site that was going to review it got flooded with negative reviews, and just they couldn't stop them. They were just coming in too fast and too hard.
Yeah, they've proven they're not above pulling that type of bullshit.
Oh no, dude, they called their fan base racist, sexist pigs, basically. They, like last year, they're not above a lot of things. All right.
I have a question for you.
That's yeah.
What would be funnier is if the movie got terrible reviews and the fans hated it, or if it flopped at the theaters and made like $100 million and that was it.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
The flop would be the best.
The flop
would be the
Best case
best thing.
scenario.
The best thing. Oh my god.
I would laugh.
Yeah, that would be the funniest.
I think I would wake up every morning and just laugh like for 20 minutes straight. Like, it only made $100 million worldwide. And that's not opening weekend. That would be like the entire box office. Like, nobody gave a
shit, dude. If it was like that low, it would be so insane.
I would go live every day in the morning. Good Morning Pop Culture would come back. I don't care where I am. I could be with you, Dion. We would just sit. I would be like, Dion, are you ready for the daily live stream? We would just sit. We'd read the same article and laugh.
Yep.
An hour.
It would be a box office mojo of like yesterday's previous like box office numbers for Star Wars.
14 people went to see Star Wars Episode 9: The Rise of Skywalker
in Nebraska somewhere.
Disney comes out with a commercial. See, the last Star Wars film ever. Please, we're begging you.
It's over here.
No, what happens is that they start begging the theaters to do like a bundle or like a 2-for-1 thing. So they bring back like the other two movies and do like all three for like the price of one kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they add that to the box office gross of The Last Jedi.
Yeah. Oh, of course they would. Of course they would.
See, it was a success. It made $28 billion.
Yep.
Oh, damn it! This
yeah, because because if it was tanking hard, they're gonna put them. Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I think there's a lag every now and again in the audio. My bad. No, I mean they would totally do that because they want to make as much money as possible. I mean, look at what they did for Endgame. They brought that back and they made money than Avatar, so now they can say that they did that. So,
in that defense, they did it for Avatar too.
Did what for Avatar?
Yeah, they brought it back and put it back in theaters after like it'd been out for 3 months or something like that. It left theaters and it came back.
They did it for The Dark Knight.
They did. Yep, that too. Yep, sure did.
So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I would love to see the flop hit the fan.
Oh, dude, it would be so much fun if that was the case. That's why my prediction is under $1 billion for Part 9.
Oh yeah, I always thought it would be under $1 billion, but really close.
Yeah.
My prediction is 800 million.
Ooh, pulling that Batman versus Superman numbers.
Yeah, that's my prediction for it. So I'm sticking to it.
I think it's realistic. It's a realistic expectation.
Yeah. I got a feeling though, like if it's in like the 900, 950 range, they're gonna keep that thing out there as long as possible to try to get to that billion mark.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
it'll be out on Blu-ray. They're like, go see it one last time in theaters.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, and I mean, I hope they don't pull that shit again where they make the theaters keep it in for a month in their biggest screening rooms, biggest screening, thing or whatever. So,
they could never pull that off again.
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah, because that was bullshit.
Yeah, they got their asses kicked in the news for that one. There's no way they'd pull that shit.
Remember a couple years ago when Disney tried to ban people because they didn't give positive reviews to that Disneyland edition or whatever?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, so they've been doing this stuff for a long time.
Oh yeah, dude. It's Disney plays dirty. They love to play it off like, oh, we're a family company and we only make the best family movies, and that's why people come and watch them. That justifies why we make so much goddamn money. But I swear to God, if you say something bad about our shit, we will ban the fuck out of you. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The mouse will tie you up and beat your ass with a hose.
Oh yeah. 100%.
The thing is, they buy properties that everybody already liked. That's where they've made all their money recently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Because I mean, all of Hollywood's going through it. Original ideas are hard to come by, and it's no surprise that the House of Mouse is going through the same shit. Everything else that they actually try to come up with that's original is fucking terrible. So it's I mean, business wise, I get it. You try to get a name brand and you try to stamp your bullshit on top of it and cash it in. The problem is when you half-heartedly do shit and then you get the Pikachu face when shit blows up. You look stupid.
I love that meme.
I do. Fantastic. I love that fucking meme. But
Oh
this
yeah,
is the best
so
in the
many
world at
uses.
that right now. And I don't mean best as in they pull it off. They're the best and they keep doing the same. Like they just don't learn. They think consumers are stupid. And for the most part, especially with shit like, you know, Shmee, Ray Shmee, you know, a lot of fans are dumb. They'll buy into anything. You know, they care more about the face kids dressed up as characters and they do, hey, should we make a movie that's actually going to last long in terms of relevancy and in history? No, we just want the fucking pictures to show up on Facebook so people come and buy toys, you know, and it's you know, that pendulum just might be swinging the other direction, man.
Isn't it weird to think that
it's crazy.
Social media cred is far more important than actual sales success?
It's very weird. It is very, very weird.
Well, I mean, that's why Instagram has a whole like shop thing now where you can like buy stuff from Instagram because they want you to, you know, it's like, hey, I want that cool shirt. Oh, you know, I saw it there and they want you to buy it immediately. That's why they have that whole thing set up now so you can do that. But it's a weird thing because I mean, you're targeting kids who have no money. So it just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well,
no,
you know, it's weird too because when they use social media, you know, especially big companies, so often, you know, 80% of the time, I'd bet it blows up in their face. They do something dumb, someone says something dumb on social media, or they come up with an idea that's so bad that the fans turn against it. I mean, it's so funny when that happens, especially when you like really bad trailers or really bad promotional campaigns, or an actor says something or actress says something really fucking dumb on social media, and then there's massive damage control, you know, and it keeps happening so often. And just that's what happens when you have someone who's supposed to be getting paid six figures to do a job and they're so disconnected, you know. And Disney is probably the greatest example of that right now. They're just so goddamn disconnected. It's just like, when are these motherfuckers gonna learn? You get paid enough to learn, and they don't learn. They never learn.
Yeah, well, I mean, they might learn with their streaming service if people don't want to buy it. And as far as I've seen, I think there's a list that was put out for all the stuff they were having on there. It's not really anything I'm want to go see. I'm not going to go buy it or anything. I mean, hell, Tubi's free and it has more of a selection than they do. You know.
What do you think about NBC Universal's Peacock streaming service? What a stupid name.
Yeah, what the fuck? Who came up with that shit?
Well, yeah, I think they're battling. They're trying to battle CBS for theirs. I'm just like, CBS only has two things on there: New Twilight Zone and Star Trek Discovery. That's it. You can't even watch current shows. Like, you can't even go back and watch like the first season of Big Bang Theory on there. You can't do that even though you're paying for it.
Why would you want to?
I'm just saying you can't do that. I would not want to, but yeah, it's dumb.
Well, I remember, when they came up with the NBC thing, like they were going to put, all of SNL on there and a lot of, fucking those older NBC shows that
like
were
Just
really
Shoot
popular.
Me and News Radio.
Oh, right. And that, which, NBC does have a respectable catalog. But again, it's like, what prime program are you going to do? You're not going to move the nightly news to this fucking streaming service. And even if you put old episodes on there, who the fuck's going to go back and watch, not Brian Gumbo with his big forehead? Like, no one's going to rewatch that shit. No, Lester Holt, that's his name. No one's going to go back and watch fucking Lester Holt. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, the SNL thing I get, but you're not going to take that off of network TV. So what outside of the catalog, I don't get NBC's plan. It's sure as shit you ain't going to rest it on Jimmy Fallon's fucking shoulders.
Oh, jeez.
Was the world a better place when it was Netflix and Hulu and kind of Amazon, and that's it?
Yeah, it was,
right,
man.
You're
yeah,
right.
pretty much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's going to happen is people are going to have to pick and choose, and some of these companies are going to just die, because of just because the most expensive thing about a streaming service is putting all the stuff on a server somewhere. That's the most expensive thing, and if they're not making the money to even cover that or do anything, they're going to quit. It's going to become a big loss. They're just going to say, no, sorry, it's done, it's over with.
And then what's going to happen? Are people going to go back to cable?
No, I mean you'll have. I
Right.
mean you kind of have the same thing that you had with Blu-ray and HDDV. One's gonna die, and then one's gonna kind of come out on top for however long it lasts. I mean I don't know if it's gonna be Netflix or I don't know who it's gonna be, but I don't see it being CBS's streaming service or NBC's or it could be Amazon, it could be Hulu, but you'll have the same thing, especially with shit like NB or Netflix is just racking up massive amounts of debt. They keep having all these shows and then all this debt to afford production and actors and locations and I'd be amazed if Netflix fucking survived this fucking shit, but someone's gonna emerge victorious with the big dick, and everyone else is gonna eventually shrivel and die, and then we'll have a Blu-ray situation on our hands.
Yeah, I think Netflix is gonna take a massive blow, honestly, because I mean they for the last, it seems like the last 5 years they've been just like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, and they've been throwing a lot of shit at the wall, and not a lot of it has been sticking. So
yeah, they keep losing money left and right.
Yeah, because
they keep borrowing more money too. That's the other crazy fucking thing.
Oh yeah, definitely
borrowing money. Like I think it was for 2018, they borrowed like $15 billion or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah, and then they use that for production of all of, like, I think 2018 they spent like, what is it, $12 billion on production.
Yeah, man, it's insane. It's like, what's the plan? But when we have the franchise wars in terms of streaming services, who knows what the fuck's gonna happen? But
I mean, hopefully consumers win in the end, because I mean, I think the prices are going to drop and there's going to be a big war for the the cheapest one or the most sensible one. So
yeah, but what happens to these companies that are like, oh, our IPs are valued at more, and then they don't play with the street? You can't basically get it on Netflix anymore after their service crashes. They're just like holding out for a higher percentage.
They're gonna die then, because they're not, if they've already spent the money on they've already sunk the money into the whole streaming thing and they've lost it. Then they go back to, what are they gonna do? Go back to cable and try to get advertisers again? They're not gonna make their money back. They're gonna have to port it to Hulu or something to get some sort of extra money out of it, because they're gonna be hurt really bad if that happens. They're gonna have to do something.
It's gonna be interesting because entertainment is changing right before our eyes.
Yep.
And like people in the chat are saying, well, people just watch YouTube. Well, will they? Because after a while, if YouTube keeps changing and making it less and less entertaining.
Yeah, because right now they keep cutting off more and more content creators, and and those people are going to make their own websites and do their own stuff, and it's going to be, what do you do then? Well, what if YouTube becomes completely sanitized, where it's like, only PG-13 and lower kind of content? Where let's say it becomes so exclusive that you have to upload something and they give you 24 hours. It's 24 hours before it gets posted, so they can actually, get somebody to look at it or look over it or put it through their program, and then they determine whether it's going to go up or not. What if that happens? Then what? I
mean, that's the easiest way for them to kill their service.
But then with that, what they would do then is they keep things family friendly. To them, they'd think, oh, but advertisers are going to come back and we're going to get more advertisers and make more money.
But they can't do that. I mean, especially with how weird the algorithm is, and they keep pushing it. You got to put out videos almost every fucking day. So for them to, if they somehow got to a point where they or someone they employ is deciding what videos go up, we're talking millions of videos a day.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's just no way they're going to be able to do that. So even if they do get there, like you said, they're going to fucking die. And even if they somehow come up with some type of automated review service that's somehow better than what they have now, again, how do you tweak it to differentiate between something that's legitimately bad and something that's good but just adult oriented? If they can't figure that shit out, again, they're going to suffer. And it ain't like Google can go back to something, because every other social media thing or streaming service they've tried to create has fucking failed. And that's the same with so many other companies. I mean, outside of YouTube, there's no other, open, I shouldn't say free, but open venued video service. Everything else has fucking failed. So if YouTube fucks up, it's going to be, we're talking about a huge fucking vacuum, which, who knows what comes out of it, but there's no way they're going to be able to realistically have humans sit down and yep, this is good, this is good, this is good, because they put themselves in the box. I say it all the time. They painted themselves in that box where you have to keep constantly uploading shit to stay relevant to fit this algorithm. Are they going to get rid of the algorithm in order to accommodate that? Are they going to change it? Are they going to tweak it? You know, they've put themselves in a really fucked up situation. Oh
yeah, they have. Yeah. They have. And I mean, they've cut off all kinds of content creators for just dumb reasons and just all kinds of things like that. And I mean, you can't go to anything else. You can't go to like Twitter or Instagram or anything like that because they're just as bad. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's a very weird thing. I mean, yeah, it's just a very, very weird time we're in right now because all these companies want to make money and they want to keep their content good and, you know, kind of edgy a little bit, but you know, then advertisers are the problem, and it's just like where do we make money? So it's whole thing.
Well, one thing, I have like the baseball game on. I'm looking at ads. There aren't kids ads. I saw a State Farm ad, a cell phone ad, and something else. It's like those aren't for kids.
Yeah.
So the guys that these platforms always hide under, it's not, you know, advertiser friendly. Believe me, I've seen ads for what is that, KY warming liquid on TV a million times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I entirely agree with that. Yeah, the advertisers aren't you know family friendly, but they want to act like they are. It's just really dumb.
Well, and I think that's a good thing that you touched on right there. So baseball is going through its own thing. So that's a very specific thing because baseball in of itself is trying to get towards young people, but the main people who watch baseball are older people. I think their average age is like 40 something. So that's the weird thing, right? So they don't have a young fan base. So when they pick ads, MLB and whatever station that they're on, they know that it's adults watching. So they fucking put up non-kid friendly ads, which is super fucking weird, right? So they're still trying to go for kids, but clearly kids aren't watching fucking baseball. And it's the same thing with YouTube to a degree. You know, everyone's trying to go out and get demographics that aren't fucking there. I mean, very few properties, whether it be movie studios, sports leagues, or even companies themselves that somehow, you know, are able to get ads in different venues. You know, the good ones aren't doing that shit, but you see baseball doing that. You see YouTube doing that. You see so many other places doing it. And it's not working. Like, it's not fucking working. You're either not getting the demographic or you're pissing off the people who already watch what you do. And it's just fucking, it's a crazy thing that entities who are trying to make billions of dollars keep trying to fucking make happen. It's so weird.
Yeah, do you remember when YouTube got mad about Patreon and wouldn't let you put it into your video or put it or link it in certain places? Remember that?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, how dumb is that? Like, these people can't make money they make barely any money off the advertisements of these videos, and yet you're gonna cut off their legs as well just because they're using another platform to make money on? What the hell's wrong with you?
Well, that, and then it was the Patreon thing, and then I can't remember the specific name of them, but the third-party entities that were essentially acting as managers for these YouTubers, where a bunch of YouTubers would join. I can't remember the name of them, but they would join these middle managers, and those middle managers would work with YouTube or advertisers, and come to find out that so many of them were stealing fucking money from YouTubers.
Yeah.
So a lot of big channels like Game Theory and all these other guys that were making some money but weren't making, you know, Logan Paul levels of dough, you know, YouTube got sued and got in trouble for dealing with these fucking criminals that were stealing money from these people. God, I wish I could remember the fucking name of these, what they were called. But, you know, that was a huge thing that YouTube was going through, because a lot of them would steal money from these YouTubers and then go bankrupt, and the YouTubers would have to fucking sue these managers, and they didn't have the money. Then they go to YouTube, and YouTube's like, well, you know, you guys signed these contracts, blah 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 blah. So it was a whole fucking shitstorm. Yeah. You know, and it's a weird goddamn thing. So now YouTube's in a position where they can't deal with all these fucking MCN. Thank you, Pac Doc. Thank you. These MCNs, you know, now MCNs are fucking, they're bad goddamn news, and YouTube can't deal with them anymore because they painted themselves in this corner. We don't want to deal with the creators. We want to deal with these MCNs, these fucking professionals. And now that's a business problem. People like, oh, well, now YouTube's fucking shady. YouTube and Google are shady. So it's fucking weird, man. It was that and the Patreon thing. Everyone was like, wow, YouTube and Google are really, really trying to come off as this fucking shady shadow empire bullshit. And it was so weird. It's fucking a weird time. Weird time.
Agreed.
Yeah. I mean, it needs competition. There needs
I
to be
agree entirely. I agree entirely.
And that'll happen if there's enough people that get deplatformed or see problems, or YouTube starts sanitizing the content. That there just needs to be a rival thing that'll take its place. I mean, people's dissatisfaction with cable and satellite raising prices and all the commercial breaks and all the bullshit led to the streaming services. Then the streaming services started doing the same bullshit that the satellite and cable people started doing. So streaming services are adapting. It's like Triple H once said, evolve or die. And so that's what's going to have to happen. What's going to happen is enough people are going to be pissed off. Somebody's going to say, hey, we could make a channel or a company. We can a service like a YouTube. We'll call it something else. And we'll try to entice those people over by, offering them to run their stuff here, put it on there and not dick with their shit. And then it'll be a slow growth at first because it always is, but eventually it'll grow. I mean, competition is what is really the most important thing here that would make it all work out. And if YouTube wants to keep dicking stuff up and messing with stuff and trying to sanitize their content and being whatever, then somebody will come along with a better platform and, we'll see what happens.
Kendo, there's a dude in the chat called the H that says, I did say that. He's got a little Triple H icon.
Fantastic. Sir, you win this week.
You are the listener of the week, the H.
Yes.
But that's a perfect point, man. But but it's weirder because YouTube has a microcosm of that shit happening on its own platform. So you see channels that they keep fucking stuff up. They keep going for other. Excalibur brought up a great example in the chat. He said fucking Machinima. Machinima is the perfect fucking example of when you do that shit. Machinima they were fucking red hot from like 2012 to like 2014 maybe. It was a huge fucking channel. They had all these smaller shows under their brand name. They even had a fucking miniature YouTube film festival, which was awesome, right? And then for some reason, Machinima wanted to control the shows under their umbrella. They wanted to go more towards gaming, even though they had shows that covered gaming. They were on, we want live channel, we want live stream channels, we want channels that look like those foreign channels that pander to kids, and it fucking died in like 3 years. Which is weird that shit happens. Manslayer 2 was on, I saw Box House Perfect. Manslayer was on Machinima 2. They had all this shit going for them, and it was like the world saw that. YouTube saw it because YouTube was like, whoa, we can't do anything. This is all your MCN, your creators. This is all, we can't do anything about it. And then YouTube is doing the same shit on obviously a larger scale, but it's like you guys see this shit happen fucking all the time. And Machinima was, Excalibur, fucking 2009 to about 2013. That was fucking, they had their own Halo show on there, episodic, that ended up on Blu-ray. They brought back Mortal Kombat. Like, they were fucking on top of the world, and they did the same shit, trying to go out for the kids and sanitize the shit and control the creators, and they're fucking dead. They are deader than shit. And YouTube's just like, it's not going to happen to us. Not going to happen to us. And Disney doing the same shit. It's not gonna happen to us. That's YouTube.
I think Netflix is saying that too. It's not gonna happen to us, but like it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen to Netflix. Netflix there's gonna be a huge chunk taken out of them over this over the streaming war. They're gonna have it's gonna be fun to watch it and see what happens, because
and if it does, they're gonna be in crazy debt and they won't be able to stop.
I know. Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, because I mean, had they been a little bit more strategic with their shows and done things slowly and been like, all right, this doesn't work, all right, quit it, and then like gone through another thing, all right, this doesn't work, quit it, and then been like that. Because what is it? I just watched The Boys on Amazon Prime. It is wonderful. I love that show. Holy crap! I can't wait for season 2. I wish they would bring the Tick back for more seasons, but apparently that didn't make them any money or didn't have enough of a draw or whatever. But still, like,
subject, man.
I'm sorry. I really am, but. I wish there was more. I wish there was more Tick. Tick was wonderful, but The Boys. I mean, The Boys is awesome. The Boys is great. There's probably going to be a lot of that, but it seems like the streaming service, whenever they make their own content, it always lasts like 2 and 3 seasons, and then they quit making it. So,
well, I think the specific thing about Netflix was they started off with a huge back catalog, so a bunch of movies that you couldn't find, movies that people had watched as kids and did all this shit. They had I think it was at one point they had like 50,000 movies in the back catalog. And then they switched from the catalog to original content, which is, business wise, I understand. But like you said, Netflix is going to start, they cut it down to only 5,000, and then they had a rotation of movies. And then they let some of the rights expire because obviously they started doing fucking original shit. So then you have Hulu and Amazon Prime fucking pop up. And now, again, they're in a box where they're doing all this original shit. And if it does not work out, they don't have that back catalog to go back to anymore because all those rights got fucking snatched up because they saw what Netflix was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what the fuck? You guys see, no one's sitting in the Netflix office like, dude, we borrowed $15 billion fucking dollars. What? And we let all our back. We only have 5,000 movies.
Who is doing cocaine? Who's doing that much cocaine? Damn it!
Yeah, man, it's fucking that's so crazy.
Listen, according to TechCrunch, an additional $2 billion. Yeah, they do have a $15 billion debt. $12.3 billion. Sorry, that's the Netflix's long-term debt.
Ooh.
Jesus.
And they expect to generate a cash loss of $3.5 billion.
Jeez.
That's a lot of cheddar.
Yeah,
dude, that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, like I know Hulu and Amazon Prime produce it seems like a handful of their own shows, as far as I know, a handful. Netflix seems to just do like 20 and 30 a year, just like tons and tons of content. It's just like, and you barely know what's on there. You barely know what's happening because they never bring it to the forefront, or it's never like, they always send you the wrong stuff in your emails. Like, oh, you might like this. Like, no, that looks retarded. Don't send me that. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we went down this rabbit hole, but I like it. I got one more Star Wars piece of news to piss you off, Dion.
Oh God, hit me. Let's get it over with. Just put me out of my misery.
It's possible that the first scene in Star Wars Episode 9 will be a flashback that suggests heavy de-aging CGI.
Oh, fuck you.
After the opening crawl, we pan from space. The camera moves towards a planet covered in trees. We see a blue lightsaber dueling a green lightsaber in the distance. Both of the lightsabers are held in the hand of 2 Jedi.
God
with white helmets and visors covering their faces. We cannot immediately recognize if this is Rey or someone new. The 2 Jedis break from their duel to remove their helmets and reveal Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa looking exactly the age they did in Return of the Jedi on Endor's moons. The movie begins with a flashback.
But it's not Return of the Jedi, guys.
So they're basically answering the question from the movie that Rian Johnson fucked up about how Leia knew how to use the Force. They're answering that now because he fucked up. Awesome.
Where did Luke have the time to make Leia a blue lightsaber?
Yeah.
He had just finished his right before he walked into Jabba's palace. There's that deleted scene.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't have time to make Leia's. And if they're still on the forest moon of Endor, I doubt he was like, oh, I'm on the Death Star. I'm going to go find an excess lightsaber that Vader may have had from the Jedi Purge, which have probably been destroyed on the first Death Star as it is. So what a stupid opening, if real.
Or they're trying to say that he started training her after they destroyed the second Death Star and after they defeated the Emperor and Darth Vader, which again, how the fuck that still wouldn't explain the new order, and then 2, you're trying to tell me that so he randomly trained her after Yavin, and then they still just lost him. Like no one. So he trained her. He started the new Jedi Order, and then Solo showed up, and he just disappeared again.
Why do we even have to try to make Princess Leia a Jedi? I don't like it.
I'm okay with it. Obviously it was in the extended universe. She wasn't a Jedi, but she had some training or whatever. I understand them wanting to do that, but again, if you want a good story, you have to explain it. You can't bring something up, drop it, tease the fans, and then forget about it. Which at this point they're going to have to do. They're not going to have a whole backstory on her being trained and then stopping being trained and then deciding to go into the Resistance. Like, you have to finish Rey's bullshit and Solo's bullshit. So if they are going to do that, they're going to cram at this point at least 3 major fucking storylines, which they swear they're not going to do because that's what happened in the prequels, right? But if they're doing that, they have to cram 3 huge storylines to rightfully explain this shit. And that sounds fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And Leia's going to beat Luke too. I guarantee it's going to happen. And then, Luke's going to be like, you are very powerful. And then like, it's going to say 9 months later, and then shat from the womb Rey is. And then Han's going to walk in and say, look at my daughter. And Luke's going to be like, hey, let me tell you something about that daughter of yours and how she isn't. And he's going to be like, remember when Leia kissed me on Hoth? Well, let's just say that never stopped. Spincest, a Star Wars story.
That's going to be fun. Said no one ever.
And they're still trying time travel and all this shit. Once again, it's going to be a wonderful shit show. I can't wait.
If that's the opening of the movie with a flashback, what would you need to time travel for?
Who knows and who cares? They're gonna put it in there anyways if they really want to, and it's not gonna make sense because that's how these last 2 movies have been. So, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
I want to know.
Neither do they. Apparently, neither do they. They don't know shit.
But then again, that's the problem with these movies. Like, they keep undoing shit. So after all that bullshit, even if we forget the time travel thing, if she got trained again, how the fuck did she lose her brother? Like, that all that does is explain that's one more reason why The Force Awakens is even fucking dumber. So he trained her, took her son in, trained him, trained a bunch of other people, and then booked it like a little bitch.
Yeah, after he tried, killing Kylo, so.
Knowing full well that, because like if Kendo's right and she beats him, okay, so she's super powerful. So he didn't trust Leia. He just said, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Yeah.
Good luck. Go be a Sith now. Fuck you, kid. That causes more fucking questions than it does answers.
Isn't he not a Sith? Doesn't Kylo Ren hate the Sith or whatever?
I don't know.
Well, he said that in The Last Jedi, but I guess technically he's not a Sith, but then again he killed his master, so I guess he technically still counts as a Sith. He's a substitute teacher Sith.
Well, I mean, yeah, more questions than answers, as Dion said. That's like the motto of the entire sequel trilogy.
Yep.
You're not wrong.
Like, where's this going? We have no idea. Why is that happening? We'll explain it in the next movie. It's a story for another time, and it never gets answered.
I'm like, this is the end of the trilogy. J.J. Abrams has to close this out.
Yeah, he has to. So again, back in that corner that people are painting themselves in, you have to end the story with a complete ending. You can't go to fucking cop out with oh well, we're gonna have a book follow up or watch Rebels. You can't do that.
Got canceled.
Yep. So there you go. Another reason it has to end in episode 9. You've already said that there's going to be a different trilogy, so you can't have an episode 10. You have to fucking do it right, and so far it ain't looking good, Chips.
All right. Let's see. Got to take care of something in the chat real quick. Angus, pay attention.
Angus.
Yeah, my hopes aren't very high. Which, I mean, they haven't been high at all, so it's whatever. But at least we'll get drunk.
That's true.
That's true.
We'll probably have a really awesome dinner beforehand and get, crunked up for the movie and get to rip it apart afterwards and, spend the next day eating pancakes and crepes, bitch.
Crepes.
Let's
see.
Very thin pancakes.
Carl Page gave $1. Thank you very much, Carl Page. Admiral Tiberius says, when did movies about strong men fighting against evil become hated? Rambo is fighting against the sex and drug traffickers. I am confused. Dion, you're a connoisseur of action film. About what year did fighting actual evil become bad?
I mean, I'd say it probably started around the time we were in school for sure. I think that when you had like 2012 for sure. I think it was when it was in full swing, but I think you had like, especially like in 2008 with shit like Hancock, when there was no villain. It was just he's drunk and he's in love with Charlize Theron, and the bad guy is a dude with no fucking hand.
The subtext of that movie is that white women are evil.
Pretty much. I mean, which is hilarious, by the way. It's just like, they'll fucking zap your powers, bitch. But I think I mean, that shit definitely started around 07, 08, when trying to come up with some shit where there's no real villain, and you can't just have a guy beat the shit out of a guy and that's the hero and he beats the bad guy. It was shit like that for me, because even then you had good action movies that came out around that time were getting shit on for they're too violent, or that's bad storytelling. So yeah, I'd for sure say around 07, 08 was when that shit really started.
Just wondering. You have a good perspective.
Thank you. I try.
I think it started with that Bryan Cranston movie called Infiltrator or whatever. Where he was it was pegged as being this like amazing drug movie, but they were too close to they were too close to the truth, and it wasn't very fun. And it was just really boring. It was just really boring. It was kind of like, because it kept ramping up to a point where it's like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. Like the takedown's gonna be great. It's gonna be like a gunfight, and it's gonna be awesome. No, there was nothing. It was really flat ending. And I was like, what? And they were just being very true to the story and very true to true to life and the character. And I was like, this is boring as shit. I want some like Scarface level bullshit in this. Nothing. It's like, I think it happened for me. I think it happened around that time. It's like, oh, we know we're going to tell the story. Things weren't crazy. There weren't, there wasn't a gunfight. It was just like, the FBI came in and arrested these people, and that was it. It's like, really? That's not fun.
Well, Admiral Tiberius, to jump off your question, remember, ideology trumps logic in today's Hollywood reporting landscape. So, yes, sex and drug traffickers are bad. Rambo should stop them. But I guess the message about a white dude killing somebody is stronger than Rambo saving people. So, just saying, he's the hero. Goddamn.
Yeah. The fact that he's an old white dude, killing colored people, I think is a bad thing all around for the liberal left. They really hate that stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. If Rambo was like, I don't know, shooting up a jolly old white man retirement home or something like that, because it was a bunch of old evil billionaires retired, that movie would be getting 100% right now. But because he's south of the border, we can't have that.
Yeah, darn.
Well, I mean, you saw. Yeah, they probably will, But I mean, I just remember, especially like when the Dark Knight Rises came out and everyone was getting pissed, because people, forgot that it was based on the comic book, and everyone was trying to say, oh, well, he's fighting a guy named Bane because of Bane Financial. And it was like, guys,
I remember that.
Guys, the character is Bane, and he's been around for a while. So that's not it. I promise you, and then there was the whole, people were pissed about Heinz Field getting blown up, and, oh, they're just trying to hark on the terrorism bit. Like, yeah, I mean, that's the bad guy. They do shit like that. That's what makes Batman coming back and saving the day kind of important as far as the story is going, guys. So, I mean, this shit is it's ramped up. It's probably it's definitely at its worst now for sure.
Oh God.
Oh,
Grace Randolph. We got a tweet. Not we got the tweet, but one of our listeners sent it. It says, Grace Randolph says, Rambo Last Blood review. Racist and misogynistic. Stallone seems to be de-evolving as a filmmaker and actor.
Of course.
Jeez.
So I want to know what makes it racist. If it's because he's in Mexico hunting down, sex traffickers and drug dealers, that's racist. But if he's screaming racial epithets while he's doing it, then yeah, I can see that. But I highly doubt that's what's in the movie.
Oh no, me too. Yeah, that's not going to be a thing. Yeah.
Well, plus it's like there's the whole which I wouldn't be surprised if that was Stallone's whole plan from the jump was, because obviously it's a topic now, and he's doing what creators and writers and guys who make action movies have done for whatever's kind of popular ends up in film, and especially even though he's a relic of his time, he's at least smart enough to do something that will get noticed, right? And if that's the case, I I would bet my fucking left foot that he's sitting at home laughing because he's like, please print that because people are gonna come see my goddamn movie.
Oh yeah, that's just a bunch of fucking free publicity.
Yeah, the same thing with Death Wish. Death Wish didn't end up doing that well, but they were like, oh, it's just violence for violence sake. I'm like, the movie is named Death fucking Wish. What'd you think it was gonna be about?
Yeah, and like, well, yeah, because I think like in the commercial, like you see him kill like the three or four people. The first two are black, last one's white. I remember the commercial pretty well because I kept watching it. And I was like, this is just like, and I watched the movie. Yeah, he's not racist at all. He's just killing bad people, and bad people come in all shapes and sizes and colors.
Not only that, but the movie was made by Eli Roth, who one is a Jewish guy, and two specifically tries to make his movies with everyone in it. Like he doesn't have like just a one. Like he doesn't have all white people or all black people. Like the dude literally tries to put as much people in his movie as he fucking can. The bad guys are all over the place, obviously, And again, he put a little topical shit in there with Bruce Willis going and buying a gun from a gun store, But it was a great movie. The dude that dies the most gruesome was a fucking white dude under a car. So that shit was exactly the shit that probably is going to try to happen to Rambo, But again, I wouldn't be surprised if Sly is just like, please say that because everyone saw my other Rambo movie with guts getting all over the place. They will come to see this fucking movie if you say that.
Goddamn right we will.
Let's see. Salvador says, Dion, next time you encounter a horse, defend yourself by shouting, Frau Blucher. You're welcome.
Okay.
Asshole.
The Fixer, thank you very much. He says, Calculus 2, statistics, and calculus-based physics suck ass. I would almost rather watch The Last Jedi than do my homework. Emphasis on almost. I think you guys would agree.
Yes, calculus does suck ass.
Yeah, it does.
It's not fun.
Yeah, look up porn instead.
If you're somebody that loves calculus and doing calculus for the sake of it, you've probably never seen somebody you're sexually attracted to without clothes on, and you never will.
Oh, God.
Or you could just become a tutor and make some serious money in college.
There you go. Yeah, do that.
Yeah, because, I like math as much as the next guy, but I hated calculus.
Start chipping away that debt,
Well, Kendo, it's safe to say you like math more than anyone on this podcast.
Yeah, like I said, I've taken calc class. I've passed calc class. I just fucking hated doing the work.
Well, I'm not into that.
Now, 2 hours for one math problem? I ain't even that bored. No thanks.
Our friend Carl Page says, I watched one of your after hours shows, and if you guys end up talking about UFOs and cryptids, get Doomcock and Gary on. They're knowledgeable about the subject and would love to provide a unique perspective on the subject. Well, I agree. Gary and Doomcock are, personal friends. And so if we ever do something like that, because I want to go on the...
Maybe we should do a Halloween thing like that, Jeff.
I think we already had... Didn't we? We mentioned that on After Hours last week. That's why he's probably mentioning it.
Well, I will send the message out to Doomcock and Gary, and let's try to come up with a time.
Oh, yeah, I'm down, man.
All right.
Ooh, there's a commercial for Joker on. I'm looking forward to this movie.
I am too. That's in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same day that the Ghostbusters game comes out, the remaster.
Ooh.
That could be one of the best days of the year for you. You catch Joker early, and then you go play Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow I'm going to play the Zelda Link's Awakening remaster and try to convince the person I'm with to go see Rambo.
You just buy a ticket for them and say, hey, we're going to see Rambo.
Yeah, I could try that.
Get in the car, bitch.
That always works.
We're going to go see some sex traffickers get machine gunned and shot in the neck with arrows.
That's always a good time. Always
If you don't go watch this movie with me, you condone drugs and sex trafficking.
Oh, jeez.
What did I ever see in you, you sick bastard?
Oh, man.
Stitch Snow says, hey, guys, love you tons. First Blood is the best. Enough said.
It's very good. It is very, very good. But the second one, it's
just as emotionally heavy, but with a lot more gunfire and people actually getting shot. Seeing as how only one person in First Blood dies, a lot of motherfuckers die in First Blood Part 2.
Right. And of the Rambo movies, every time you see like a Rambo parody or something like that in any other movie, it's always the second one.
Yeah.
The first one,
UHF,
yeah,
yeah,
like in UHF. But yeah, the first one doesn't get as much of the parody, whereas the second one, it's like, I mean, if you've ever watched Hot Shots Part 2, that
Yes.
Charlie
Yep.
Sheen
Shit, dude. Fuck
pretty much
yes. I
spends the
love that
entire
movie.
time parody First Blood Part 2.
Damn, dude. Damn.
Darth Vader's disembodied charred phallus is back, guys.
There he is.
There you go. There you
Ryan
go.
Johnson is a hack. Am I the only one? Sorry. Ryan Johnson is a hack. I'm the only Johnson in Star Wars that matters. He offered me a part as the sea count in his movie. Should I have taken it?
Yeah, man. It would
I mean-
have gotten you off that planet, you know?
Let alone you might have gotten a dick back. I mean, at least it might have been CGI, but your wiener would have been hanging out.
Yeah, yeah. And you know they got good medical, so you could have got fixed up again, you know?
Mm.
You would have just been dead Darth Vader's disembodied phallus. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, are you opposed to working?
You lazy dick.
You charred piece of shit.
I love that account so much. I really
I
do.
do too.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
Stephen Levesque says, watch Jurassic World Battle at Big Rock, 10 out of 10.
Is
Have you
that
guys been hearing
Paul's
about this?
brother?
Yeah, it's a short film that somebody made. Let's see.
I'll
I did
check
not
it
hear
out.
about that. Yeah,
Dion loves Jurassic Park.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just okay with it.
Yeah, same here. I'm okay. I mean, I remember watching the first one when it came out, and I was still like okay about it. But it seems like there's like a 10-minute short film going on. Yeah, it's actually from the Jurassic World YouTube channel. So,
Oh, it must be. Is it
Yeah.
like Colin Trevorrow? Did he direct it?
let's see here.
Either
I'm not
Jurassic World,
seeing.
but I own them on Blu-ray.
I'm only seeing like starring credits. I'm not seeing any like production credits. So
Is Chris Pratt in it?
I don't think so.
No. So Phil made me watch the bloopers from Parks and Rec with Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
I think he shits his pants by accident.
Nice.
Yeah.
That
Is
doesn't
that the one where
surprise
you kept farting or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah. Chris Pratt from that show is fun. I didn't watch a whole lot of Parks and Rec, but the bloopers, he is the best part for sure.
If you didn't love him as Star-Lord, folks, you'll love him as Andy.
Andy, yeah.
Let's see. Darth Fatass says, well, hello there, WCBS. Well, hello right back to you, Darth Fatass. Thank you very much.
Well,
Hey, buddy.
there. From now on, you'll be known as Darth Fatass.
Rise, Darth Fatass. Anyway,
Darth Fatass.
If he's a fat ass, he's probably not arising very much.
but he better run lickety split.
That's right, because he's got fat asses.
That's for an audience of 2.
Yeah.
Us. Admiral Tiberius, thank you very much. He says, 2 channels I follow, they talk about military and history stuff, are being demonetized on nearly every video because of some obscure rules violation.
Probably because they're showing guns on there or something like that, or showing military videos or something. That's probably why. Which is dumb because like it's it's so dumb because I watch a lot of science channels and every now and again they'll show old military videos and they'll get demonetized too. It's dumb.
Klaus Doric has a question for us. Hey, you guys, what TV/movie would you like to see experience? Sorry, what TV show or movie would you like to experience for the first time again? Sorry, I'm 4 hours of sleep is not enough.
God damn, man.
I don't know. Back to the Future.
Boy, Red Bull.
Back to the Future. I'd like to experience again. I think that'd be fun to discover it again, and things like that.
Oh, that's a tough one. I think TV show or movie. Ooh, I think. Well, obviously the list is very short of movies I'd love to shit. So my top 3, obviously, I gotta pick one. I think as sad as it is, man. I'd want to I'd really want to like re-find fucking Star Wars again, man. Because as shitty as it has been to us, I would fucking. God damn, man. I just remember being a kid and those movies are almost 2 hours long and it felt like I was only sitting there for 15 minutes. Like that shit. Fuck, dude. I'd kill to be there again. Especially, You know, to have that moment where you find out that Darth Vader is his dad. Oh my god. Shit. I remember I gasped as a kid seeing. I would love to go back in time and relive that.
Kendo?
Trying to think. I was thinking The Wire because the first time I watched that, I was just so engrossed. But even when I go back and I watch it, because once a year I go back and I watch the whole series again, I still get just trapped in it, and I have to keep going through them all. Oh fuck. I'm trying to think of something that I watched that I don't still feel awesome about. Stuff that I watch stuff I love, but I can't think of anything because every time I watch something like a Top Gun or something that I love, I still have that feeling about it. That there's no like.
You still feel in the danger zone?
Dip. Right.
I've been in the danger zone.
That's right.
If Macho Man watched Top Gun, you're in the danger zone. Yeah, dig it.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the Twilight Zone or something. Because when I first started watching the Twilight Zone, it's like I can't get it. Now I still watch it, but I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm trying to think of something
I watched
that I'm not still. Because there's things I watch a lot, like regularly, like Top Gun, Ghostbusters, and I'm still enraptured by every time I watch it. Fuck.
Did you see Ghostbusters is getting a one-night re-release? Or maybe a 2-night re-release.
I did not. When is that?
October 6th and maybe the 10th or the 12th.
Well, I know what I'm doing that night.
It's like a Fathom event or something.
Oh, shit. I got to check that out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not the week we're going to record our show on Wednesday, so.
I'll tell you what. I'll take a cop-out. Instead of TV show or movie, I'll say every Zelda game.
Oh.
Because you know how much I love that franchise. And I get excited whenever there's a new one coming out, or in this case, a remake of one I hardly ever played because I didn't really play a lot of the handheld ones. And I sit down, I play through it again, or I play through the game. I love it. I, invest a good week or two in it, or like in the case of Breath of the Wild, month. And I love every minute of it. And then the game's over. I feel like a part of me just is gone. Because you can play the game over again. You really can. I do. I go back and play them over again sometimes, but it's just not the same as it was the first time. So that's what I'm gonna take. I'll take any Legend of Zelda series game.
My answer would be for a TV show. I'd like to re-experience Dexter because I was really hooked on that show in the beginning.
Yeah,
and I can forget the last couple seasons. And for a movie,
who hurt you?
Yeah, Dexter hurt me. Honestly, I'm going to go with my favorite theater going experience, The Avengers. Not that that was just such a fun time, and nothing has ever topped that. Like, there have been better movies I've seen in theaters, but just the fun and like the community aspect and how everyone laughed at the same parts and gasped at the same parts. We were just it was a very like connected theater crowd. So if I could experience that again for the first time, that'd be a lot of fun because it's like 7 years ago and I'm still going on about it.
Yeah.
Jason Green says, can't believe you took Jeff's mom's plushie, Dion. Isn't one comfortable horse enough? Love you guys. Horse forever.
You motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Stole my horse. He went over there. Claustoric, thank you very much. By the way, Jason Green, thank you for the soda. That was such a cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the coolest thing.
Even though the QR code went somewhere in Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania that we just like, yeah, because we looked up the QR code and it went somewhere weird. We're just like, what's going on now?
Yeah, that
and our the custom Axel Foley figure we got are two of the coolest.
Oh yeah,
in the box.
Indeed.
Claustoric says also huge storm in Houston. It took me 3.5 hours to get home, which would usually take me 15 minutes. Be careful, Houstonians and the surrounding areas.
That's crazy, man.
Glad you made it, man.
Well, my friend
Booker T.
One of my friends lives down there, and he was sending us pictures and videos of the flooding, and it's pretty crazy. So, Claustoric, be safe, man. Hopefully, you can take a half day or something tomorrow, or just stay home. Just like, hey,
yeah,
the roads are flooded. I'm taking the day off, unless you're a doctor and they need you or something.
Yeah, that's understandable.
John Donald, thank you very much. He says Disney's going to time travel using the world between the worlds introduced in Rebels, where Ezra saved Ahsoka from Vader by skipping timelines. Do you think? Look at John. I looked into that actually when I did my the what is it? The Rise of Skywalker video I did about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and I did the research on the World Between Worlds. Do you guys think, based on John's very accurate but basic description, do you think a regular general audience would buy into that?
No.
Nobody's gonna buy into it. It's gonna be funny if they do it because everyone's gonna be like, "What?" There will be an audible "what the fuck" in the audience. That's what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Because there's gonna be no pretense for it. It's gonna come out of nowhere, and they're gonna be like, "Wait, what?"
There's gonna be some vague, shitty Star Wars Jedi description. It's like, "Oh, this is the door to, something," and it's gonna be like, it's gonna be vague enough to be like, what its time travel is, but it's not gonna be specific. So that's what's gonna happen.
It's going to be weird if this movie mirrors Avengers Infinity War, Endgame, but doesn't mirror the box office.
Jeez. I'm hoping for under a billion, please. It's going to be so much fun if that's the case.
And so news, I will be going to see Ghostbusters on October 6th at 7 p.m.
There you go.
Oh, me too. Did you buy the tickets?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Now I can't wait. I should go. I'll just watch it on Blu-ray. That's okay.
It's one of those I got to see it on the big screen because I never have.
I really feel obligated to go, but that's the week of Veronica's wedding, so I got a lot of shit I got to do.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Skip the wedding.
No, I have other plans for Milwaukee as well, dude.
Milwaukee.
You know what that's Algonquin for, Kendo?
Good land.
God damn it.
Yes.
Did you know they're the only city to elect free socialist
fucking time? God damn it!
I was not aware of that.
Jesus,
is this guy not a party or what?
I
love that movie.
If it bothers him that much, we should make Milwaukee references as much as possible.
Oh man, I'm gonna dude. Every day is a countdown to Milwaukee, just for you, Nick.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Now, Kendo, Milwaukee is Algonquin for what again?
That'd be the good land, sir.
Yes, it is.
God.
Or have never won a
just shoot me in the head
Series.
now, please. Just shoot me in the head now.
What do you have against the Algonquin people?
Yeah, Nick.
They're not there anymore. God damn it.
They could be. You don't know their life.
Maybe he's the reason they're gone, so he definitely knows.
Yeah, I used the door and time traveled and took them all away.
The World Between Worlds to get rid of the Algonquin people? That is dark, dude.
Nick smallpox UTAM over here.
I took them to a better place. I didn't kill them, Kendo. Jesus.
Where'd you take him to? Chicago?
So forced him. So now it's Nick. So what is his name now? Nick Trail of Tears UTAM?
Shut up.
You do that to the native people. It was wrong then, it's wrong now.
It's funny that you're giving me shit for that.
Well, as somebody that is part Native American, I feel the need to stand up for my brethren.
Fuck you.
Yeah, way to be a culturally insensitive dick there, Nick.
Yeah. My grandfather was born on a reservation. Does that make you happy?
What kind of reservation?
I don't know.
Legend.
Sure, it was good seats.
God damn it.
Trevor RN says Ben Swalio. Do you think we're gonna have a shirtless Kylo scene?
Absolutely, we will.
Yeah, because it made all the women wet in their
lukewarm
pants.
in their suites.
Yeah, it made them wet in their yoga pants, so it's gonna happen.
Yeah, all theaters showing that movie are going to install plastic sheets on the floor for the people flooding their basements as soon as fucking
flooding their basement.
I think Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers wants a bottomless Kylo scene.
Oh yeah, he does. Reminds them of the good old days back in high school with the boys.
Yeah,
we all got swolo ourselves and showed one another and showed each other the Force.
Yeah, it's like I better see Ben Swallow swinging dick, or I ain't gonna like this movie.
How hard are you, Ben Swallow? Because I'm rock solid.
That's what we should do before the movie. We should how last time we were sitting there and talking loud every time somebody came in wearing Star Wars stuff about Luke dies and this and that and the other thing. We should just go up to people, but hey, did you know fucking Kylo Ren's gonna hang dong in this movie?
It's the greatest goddamn movie I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Or we can just talk about, or we can just like act like really obnoxious pro Ben Solo Dong guys. We're like, yo, dude, is he gonna swing some dong, bro? Yeah, bro, I can't fucking wait for him to get swole and rock fucking solid.
You realize the movie theater we're going to is in Kentucky, right? We might not want to say this.
I mean, they might not agree. They might agree a lot more than they think they will. It is Kentucky.
It's close enough to Cincinnati. I gotta feel that there's some influence there.
That's true.
We lost the Olympics for reasons, okay?
Because they weren't fucking swole enough. God damn it! Roll
Right.
Tide.
There was not enough fucking dong hanging. That's why they didn't get the Olympics. Like maybe if you guys would have had, if you guys would have had 50% more hanging dong, we would be able to give you the Olympics. But we can't. We have to give it to another country that's more than willing to show their private parts.
Oh,
fucking
jeez.
dong, Tokyo. Yeah, don't blur that shit out either.
Oh God.
This is a great screen name, Delaware Sasquatch. It says, Ray is the result of a sand person sandwich with Shmi.
Damn.
So in other words, you're saying the old sand people ran the hype train on her, and it's just a matter of which one.
Yeah, you can take the word hype out of there. It's fine. Anyway, Astral Walker says, do you guys think episode 9 will be a historical flop? How bad would it have to do at the box office for it to be seen as another Solo? 600 million worldwide? Well, how would Disney and Lucasfilm spin such a failure? Well, Astral Walker, $600 million worldwide would definitely be a flop because the movie probably costs $250 to $300 million.
Yeah, because they're doing reshoots right now.
But remember, they're not spending anything on an ad campaign.
Yeah, so I mean that saves them what, like $50 million on whatever fucking ad campaign they were going to do for what, put the name of the movie on what, on cabbage and on arugula and fucking Campbell's soup cans. That's a really genius ad campaign.
Dude,
Ooh,
you know
nobody thought of that.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna get a laser and etch it onto the moon. Star Wars Episode 9: The Rise of Skywalker.
Do not tell Disney that.
2019.
Do not tell Disney that. They will do that shit.
Superman did it once.
Well, he's
Yeah, but that's different.
Will Smith did it too.
Well, he's black. It's fine.
Oh, Will Smith, goddammit.
Yeah, he's Will Smith. It's okay, even though he's a crazy Scientologist and cheated on his wife and everything. It's fine.
Aha!
Did he really?
That's the rumor.
Nick is going really racial and dark tonight. What the hell? What has gotten into this man?
It's an evil evening.
We're hanging around too many.
Apparently?
We're hanging around too many white people. That's the thing. That's a problem.
Whoa!
I guess you better fucking watch your back there, Kendo. The Appalachians are not safe tonight.
Where'd you say you were from, boy?
Whoa! Z.
I'm
Take
sorry.
the spice out of your voice. Though.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, God damn, spends that much time in Georgia. You don't have to embrace deliverance.
No, but do you think $600 million for Astral Walker's prediction would be enough to consider the movie a flop?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. But
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it'll only get 600 million. But I think if it somehow did, that would be the fucking sky is falling.
That's half of The Last
Yeah.
Jedi.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
even
dude.
half the left.
If it made half, yeah, that wasn't a very clear message to them. Very, very, very quickly. It's like, oh damn. Like, once again, I think what somebody said, like 100 million. If it made that, and that was it, and it just stopped there, I would be like you, Jeff. I wouldn't quit laughing. Honestly, it would be the best thing ever, and it would just be like I would love to see the way they would spin that and try to get that back, because there's nothing they could do if it went that low for them to say anything. If they bitch their fan base, it would just make people more angry, and more people would not want to see it.
Well, people like Scott Mendelson would say, well, the Chinese box office was down due to the flooding in Croatia, and the moon's orbit wasn't right, and this, that, and the other.
And refracting the light from Venus, whatever.
Swamp gas? That's the official story.
Sure.
He's my bodyguard.
It's always swamp gas. It's always swamp gas.
Yeah, I got
It was a weather balloon.
anything less than $1 billion, they'll consider it disappointing.
Yeah,
Disney.
definitely.
So what you're saying is anything less than the best is a felony?
Sure.
Yeah, if it does, then like a less than $1 billion worldwide, they'll freak out.
Can we quote that song in every podcast if possible?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Every week, if there's a problem, we'll solve it. Just putting that out there. That's twice for 1 week. We love you guys. Vig Stable says, do you think that Rybear Pig was told by Disney to make sure that XYZ happens in The Last Jedi and you'll have a guaranteed trilogy?
No, I think
No.
they were making ship as they were going along, and I do think that they, to an extent, did that. Like, we want to be able to make silly ass T-shirts and say that we're all for the girls and all that shit. But yeah, I think they were making it up as I think, planning probably didn't start for that movie until they released that picture of them at the sit down.
Probably not.
Yeah. Because remember, he only did one fucking draft. So was there a chance that the powers that be said, so here's what we would like to see in the movie? Sure, there always is, but he only did one fucking draft of a film, script.
Yep.
So he just did one draft. So that's what we got. I can't emphasize this enough. What we got in The Last Jedi was the first draft. I can't tell you how many times I've edited things that aren't even close to movie scripts for $1 billion films. Papers I've written.
Yeah, you've edited text messages more than they edited the script for the movie.
Yeah. I'm like, let's change that up a bit. Let's go ahead. But one draft. He sat down and shit out literally probably one draft for the movie and said, good enough. And whoever the hell else was in charge of looking over that stuff said, good enough. So
yeah, because it's not because he can spit out the first draft, but then somebody has to approve it because he's not George Lucas, so they have to be like, is this okay? This is good enough? Yeah, okay, fine. We'll just roll it down the pipeline. It'll get made now.
Yeah, they might have sat him down and said, yo, here's what we would like to see in the movie. And then he's like, yes, I can do that, Captain. And then he went and put it in the movie. And they're like, this is great. How long have you been working on this? Oh, yeah, this is like my 20th edit. No. But he still got it.
Dr. Coffindale
in the mouth.
Dr. Coffindale says Darth Binks could actually save this trilogy. I've said it before. I'll say it again. You guys can give me your opinion. You can't save this Star Wars trilogy. There's nothing to do. Nothing.
No.
Yeah, no, you can't. I'm sorry. They would, if they were going to save it, it would have been the last movie. This one, they can't. They're two piles of shit in. The third one's going to be a pile of shit too.
Yeah, you don't go and throw up 2 bricks and then turn around, hit one, and say, look, everything's better. No.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Unless it becomes Lethal Weapon in space, you can't save it. That's the only way to make this movie, to save this fucking franchise. If you made a fucking balls to the walls action sci-fi Lethal Weapon, otherwise you're fucked.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, you're fucked.
I was actually watching Lethal Weapon 4 the other day, Dion.
That's why we're best friends. I was watching 2.
Fun movie.
I fell asleep to number 3 last night.
It's a nice easy way to fall off into action movie heaven.
Well, I heard you say it. It's probably me.
It's probably
easy.
That's a good song.
I love this. I actually listen to that song a lot on the way to work.
Isn't that like a terrible song to start though? Because you're so relaxed, and then you're like, I gotta work now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But at least being up at 5 o'clock in the morning, driving in, you're like, you know what? It's early as fuck, but you know what, Sting? Go ahead and do your thing.
By thing, it's tantric sex, right?
Luckily I didn't have to see it. I just got to hear it with his mouth.
But you might have to feel it one day.
Nah, I'm okay. He's like 69.
Yeah.
69, 70.
The dude can bang for 6 days without getting off. Tantric sex. Bye.
God, jeez, I'm surprised he hasn't made a video series on YouTube.
He's
I
too
mean,
rich
I
and
don't think
busy.
he has to.
Yeah, well, he probably doesn't
Yeah,
even
I
know
was
what
gonna say-
YouTube is.
That's probably true.
Yeah, dude still probably has a shitload. Okay, Jeff, now time for our fame.
Okay, Google. What is Sting's net worth?
According to Wealthy Gorilla, net worth $400 million.
God damn.
Yep, that's about right.
Yeah. Sting, can I have a 1%, a 10% of what you have? Well, that's 40 million. I'll take 1%.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah, I'll take
man.
0.5%.
Jesus Christ, Sting.
But yeah, no, dude, the police were huge, and then he was big on his own, and he's been in movies and stuff. So
And then
Yeah.
he's just back at home nutting in his fucking Spanish model wife.
yeah, Gordon, you're doing good for yourself there, bud.
Good job, Gordon.
Oh, jeez.
Trevor RN says the rise of Skywalkers with Cialis.
I mean,
We're into our Star Wars porn titles.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
that's good shit.
Sick.
Vig Stable says Episode 9, The Rise of the Virgin Mary. Sue.
Ooh.
She is, and so is Kylo.
mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing that says you can't smash and dash as a Sith.
I've seen the movie.
think-
There's no woman in the galaxy that can put up with the Ben Swallow and the crying.
I mean, that's probably true. He does strike me
think-
the type of guy that would cry after sex. And
But I think I think Smash and Dash is the 11th rule of the Sith.
yeah,
So there's
thou
only a
must
master
smash,
and
then
apprentice,
thou
nothing
must
more,
dash.
nothing less. Smash and dash.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
always hit
Yeah.
Twi'leks from behind so you can use those fucking things as like reins. Yeah,
Hey,
giddy up,
Dion.
bitch. Yeah.
Dion.
Yes.
You ever fuck a Twi'lek the lapty neck? You ever done DMT? You ever see that video of the moose get hit by the car?
Man, that's pretty crazy that we can put a price tag on life, man. That's crazy. Yeah, man. You ever see that
Yeah, I gotta
Tauntaun get hit by that car?
Dude, did you see his episode with Dan Aykroyd this past week?
I saw that he had. I haven't listened to it yet, but I saw that he did. I hearted it to listen to that shit.
I listened to every minute of it. It was fantastic.
Oh God, I gotta listen to it. I fucking love Dan. Is he come off as crazy as I think he's going to, or is it just actually pretty just mellow?
Well, when he's promoting Crystal Head vodka, he's mellow.
Oh
then he
shit.
But then he does talk about the ufology stuff, which is fine. I don't look at Dan Aykroyd as like a crazy guy.
Okay,
Just,
all right, yeah, because I didn't know how he gets into that stuff. Is he just like, oh yeah, it's all real? I've seen things and I believe stuff, and it's like,
Oh,
He
dude,
says that.
there was a documentary on Netflix a long time ago,
Yes.
probably about 7 or 8 years ago. I watched it. Was called Dan Aykroyd on UFOs.
oh, I watched that one too.
We watched
Yeah.
it together, Dion.
Yeah, it's just him in a poorly lit room,
Yep.
smoking like a carton of cigarettes and drinking like an entire
Yeah, he's
bottle
like
of booze.
no, he's like he's like in an interrogation room in some police station with the camera
Yeah.
like constantly swinging from side to side as he's like
Yeah.
saying these things and like really like weird detective lighting and like noir lighting.
I
It's like,
love
what are you
that.
doing?
Dion,
Yeah.
do you remember the ending that blew our minds? Because when the guy goes like, "Thank you, sir, you are the expert," and he goes, "Thank you," and that just ends. We laughed our asses
I
off.
forgot about that, dude. I completely forgot about that shit. God, we laughed. That was so random.
That was like 2010.
Yep. God damn, that was hilarious. I forgot all about that, man. God. Oh.
I gotta look that up real quick. I want to buy that. Just
Yeah, dude, get that. We'll watch it during one of those days while we're at out there for Star Wars,
It's cool.
because it's only like an hour long. It's not real long.
It's called Dan Aykroyd Unplugged on UFOs. It's from
Yep, that's it.
2005.
Oh my God.
It stars 3 people: Dan Aykroyd, Patrick Uskert, and John F. Schlusser. Is it streaming anywhere? Can I buy this? I'll find out off air because the audience doesn't. I don't know if I'm going to buy it on DVD. It's $50.
Holy crap!
DVD. Jesus Christ.
Here it is for $60.
Well, we'll have to. Life will find a way.
All right, Jeff.
Might find a way.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Our friend Darth Fatass says, "Reaming of the Jedi." That sounds like a good time.
That kind of already happened to him though in episode 3.
Yeah.
The younglings.
Yeah.
Well, Bombshoe has the perfect answer. Execute Order 69.
Ooh.
There you go. There you go. I can dig that.
Rise, Lord Vader. But my penis, it's disembodied and charred. I'm afraid in your battle with Obi-Wan Kenobi, you lost it. No!
Then Bill Murray shows up out of nowhere. This man has no dick.
Seriously. Oh my god, I love this show so much. Darth Fatass also says, Obi-Wan come bone me. A Star Wars story?
There you go.
Boy.
There it is. That's
Fuck me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only.
Did you say hump me on your knees, bend over? You're my only hump?
Sure.
That's from Zack and Miri, remember?
I never watched it.
Oh, dude, you got it.
Jesus, man.
That's because I saw like the trailer for it, and then the poster advertising at the video store was just a big picture of Seth Rogen, and I'm like, I fucking hate him. I'm not watching this movie.
Yeah.
The woman at Chipotle today is like, who is Seth Rogen? And I was like,
What?
I shouldn't eat here ever again.
What?
Yeah.
I really thought that. I was
Wow. Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
That's
I've since come around on Seth Rogen just because, he's made other things that I didn't hate. So we're okay
like
there.
Sausage Party.
Have not watched that one either.
That one's a lot
Jesus,
of fun.
man.
That one's hilarious.
Yeah,
Because I'm sure there were tons of instances where like some parents saw the poster and then took the kids to go see it and then immediately regretted it because it looks like a cartoon, but as soon as you get in there, it's not.
My mom went to see that movie.
Damn, what'd she say?
She laughed her ass off.
Awesome.
Especially that
my,
ending.
my mom's got a great sense of humor.
Oh God, I remember when I watched it, there was like a mom and like two kids, and she got real pissed off and like left.
We
like-
watched it for the podcast.
Yeah, that's what it was. Oh man,
It was one of our like second or third videos to hit 10,000.
that's what it was.
Yeah, so we started picking up. Did you know we have a page on a Wikipedia page for YouTubers?
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
That's
I know
awesome.
that.
yeah. I found it today when I was pleading our case to Google why we're a verified channel.
Yeah. We've got one of those on the YouTube wiki thing because I've had to make edits to it. I'll tell you guys about it off air. And we also, the three of you have IMDb's. For this channel, IMDb, and the three of you guys are cited on. I am not, however, and I'm not sure how I get my credit.
I mean, I'm on IMDb. I know that for sure because people keep asking me for mine and they keep adding to it, so it's weird. But yeah,
So when I'm in Dick Tanner's movie, I get to add that to my IMDb,
that's
right?
very true. That's very true. You get to
Sure
add it
do.
to your movie.
Yeah, before you know it, I'll be showing up on episodes of, I don't know, The Orville or some
Grey's
shit.
Anatomy. I don't know.
Orville. Yeah, I can't wait to see you on that fucking
That would be hilarious.
commodity.
Yeah.
I just want to be a red shirt. And I want to have one line, hey, you guys, and then I die. Just straight up.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I go out to LA, and I think I'm going out there to, like, work on the channel and, live with Jesse and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I've been to like 12 movies, guys. They're all coming out next year. It's like a sequel to Red Dawn, 12 direct-to-video movies, and like a Marvel like one shot.
Yeah,
I'm like, cool.
and all this is you have like one line in every one of them. You just have one line in all of them, and you get paid like ridiculous amounts of money just for that.
I get to co-star with Danny DeVito and some other shit. Don't worry, folks. When that happens, I still won't be too big for the channel. Jeremy may not have time for the High Council, but he still has time for the High Council. I may have time to win an Oscar, but I'll still have time for the High Council. Just saying.
Yeah. You'll do the High Council as you're doing your acceptance speech on your phone.
Oh,
Can you win an Oscar for like one line of dialogue in a movie?
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
I mean, you can. I don't think it's ever happened.
Omelette du fromage. There we go.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, the Big Chief. I think he was up for like supporting actor, and he only had like one line.
That's
Big
true.
Chief Bromden.
That's true.
Yeah, all he
That's a
said was
fantastic
juicy fruit,
movie.
and that was it. And I think he was like nominated or for supporting actor. I could be wrong, but his performance was well touted.
It was a great movie.
Yes, it was. Book
I love
too.
the movie.
Let's see. Revan619 just gave £5 super chat. Thank you very much. The Grand Inquisitor says, dirty Star Wars title, The Princess and the Seven Ewoks. If you think about it, it's both midget and furry porn. Party move
Oh my
for
God.
life. Hail
Yeah.
the Fandom Menace.
Yub nub.
Oh, dude, we should make one. Rub Nub. It's just a tug job. Rub Nub, a tug job story. That should be a t-shirt.
Done.
I'm gonna write it down. Where's my fucking
Copyright that shit today.
It's ours. We came up with it.
Yep. Rub nub. That's the song.
Da-da-da-da. Oh man, somebody out there would buy it.
Oh yeah.
I can't write right now. People were like, "What's a tug job?"
When your boat breaks down in the river and the tugboat comes and pushes you to the dock.
Some old lady's like, "My husband's a sailor. I think I'll get him one of those." Well, man, you can go to shop.wcbs.com for all your tug job needs. Oh my god, that's my favorite part of the show. Aaron Sakharov says, all praise and abundance to the Fandom Menace. Aaron, thank you very much for your kind words. And yes, we want to go even bigger than we are now. Kendo, we're going to implement your plan in 2020. Let's make that happen. The one you pitched to Jeremy.
Wait, hold on. The giant death mirror?
Yes.
Okay. Just
From
sure.
Block out the sun, Mr. Burns style.
So you'll save the planet inadvertently?
So our friend Breadman Productions, we did hang out with him at Horror Hound. What's up to you? Shout out. He says, off topic. He said, what's your favorite Bernard Herrmann score? So I think mine's going to be Psycho if that's the right guy.
I'd have to look up.
I'm going to look him up for you right now.
You do that.
So Bernard Herrmann did scores for Psycho, Vertigo, Taxi Driver, North by Northwest, Citizen Kane.
That's my
Burton.
answer. North by Northwest.
It's a great movie.
Yes, it is.
Marnie, The Trouble with Harry, The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. Oh my God, he did a lot. I'm going with Psycho. We did Cape Fear.
Oh, damn.
Taxi Driver.
Yeah. I'm going to say 1A is North by Northwest. 1A part 2 is Taxi Driver.
I got to go Vertigo. Vertigo's fucking awesome.
You sure you're not going to?
This is one of those where there's like not many wrong answers.
No, he's one of the all-time greats.
No, dude. Vertigo's amazing.
I almost made him.
Also, it's one of my favorite Hitchcock movies.
It's a great movie. I love that weird effect they do when he falls.
Yeah.
Yep.
They parodied that on that 70s show for the Halloween episode.
Oh, God.
It was a good one. Let's see. Demajanai says, all empires fall. The new entertainment are not CL. I don't know what CL means. I guess
Champions
not
League.
Oh, okay. Champions League. Cool. Rule Britannia. I don't know. Fuck it. Nathan says, Dark on Netflix is one of the best shows out there, and no one's heard of it. They just want to make 15 seasons of 13 Reasons Why instead.
Yeah, and then even that they re-edited the first season, and I think I'm reading that it has trigger warnings in front of every episode. So it's weird. I don't know what they're trying to do.
You know what we need to pull on our skit show that's going to get picked up by Adult Swim?
What?
We need to have trigger warnings and say, warning, the following show is going to fuck you up. It's just random shit like that, kind of like the Clerks cartoon did.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
I told you I've been talking to people about that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, cool. So we're going to make that happen next year. What was that? I didn't copy.
Woo!
Oh, there you go. Okay. Laura Ryan stole my fan fiction story. Says maybe Vader had his blue saber from Cloud City. In regard, did Darth Vader go down and pick up Luke's hand? Are we going to find out in the flashback?
No. Maybe.
If that's a flashback, I'm just gonna throw up my hands and be like, "Fuck it, I'm out."
No, because remember, Maz Kanata says that's a story for another day. When asked how she got it.
Oh yeah.
That bothers me.
Fucking butthole eyes.
Mr. V says, Dion, I didn't know you had your own biopic on Netflix. Raising Dion, I believe it's called.
That is a movie that I did see on there, and I was like, I didn't think of Dion. I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's a thing.
That's not
By the
one where
way-
Halle Berry is a crack whore, is it?
I don't think so.
I hope so now.
Mm-hmm. By the way,
Sally.
Mr. V gets bonus points. Dion, he spelled your name correctly.
Oh,
About
good for him.
goddamn time.
Modalicious
Motherfuckers
says
don't
Disney
respect
Star
me.
Wars Attack of the Strawman Part 3.
Yep.
Agreed. It's going
Yeah.
to be more strawman arguments, more bullshit.
Yeah. Well, here's the description for Raising Dion.
Ooh.
A widowed mom set out to solve the mystery surrounding her son's emerging
God damn it.
superpowers while keeping his extraordinary gifts under wraps.
God damn it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Just so you know, I'm listed as an actor for World Class Bullshitters, sir.
I know. I've seen the IMDb page.
Yeah. So yeah, widowed mom has a
So treat me with some goddamn respect.
Yeah, widowed mom has superhero kid with powers.
So
Yep.
Brightburn?
Brightburn, but if everybody's black.
Okay. Fair enough.
Blackburn.
Yeah, so I don't know.
R-rated Disney Star Wars franchise gets snuff film by the GD Mouse. Could you imagine a snuff film of Star Wars?
It wouldn't be my proudest fan. I'll tell you that.
It would just be Jabba's hut. That's all it would be.
Yeah.
Starring
That's all.
Lisa Ann as Princess Leia.
And who was the one that just died like 2 days? Jessica James or Amber? Somebody?
Yeah, Jessica James.
Yeah, she can play the Twi'lek, the green one, Ula.
Mantigo plays the Rancor.
Who's going to play the Rancor Keeper?
Lexington.
No, that's Ron Jeremy easily.
Yeah.
Get
No,
Ron Jeremy's tubby ass in there. Ooh.
Yeah.
yeah. What is he doing these days besides trying to suck his own dick still?
Apparently getting drunk in bars in Florida and passing out in the stools.
Yeah.
Oh man.
R-rated horror podcast. Thank you very much. He says Orgasm Girl is coming. New Indiegogo comic very soon. Live stream Saturday night on DanFan29, spelled DANNPHAN 29.
Damn, dude. All right. Yeah, we got to check that out.
Ian Malcolm, I'm sure he's a doctor, says, I know that a lot of people don't like Jurassic World films, but as far as fans are concerned, Colin Trevorrow has done an amazing job. What do you guys think of Jurassic World on a personal level? I've never seen them.
I finally saw Jurassic World like last year or something. Nothing special. I mean, they definitely harp on a lot of the tropes from their previous movies, but I mean, it's not great. I would never say it's great, but it's not terrible. I mean, it's very meh for Jurassic Park, especially with Chris Pratt's a Velociraptor wrangler and the attractive redheaded chick is just running around screaming the whole goddamn time. It's like,
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of those movies to begin with. Like, I watched the first one, I was like, oh, it's cool. It was an event, and I watched first, and it was nice. Second one was okay, and then these came out, and Jurassic World was okay. I mean, there was a lot of connections to the first one, and then Jurassic Kingdom was really boring.
yeah,
Aren't they auctioning off dinosaurs or something?
Yeah.
bring them to the mainland or whatever, and then in the way that it ends, I don't want to give it away. The ending is really fucking stupid. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, there's no way they would do that.
You can tell me off air because I'm never going to watch the fucking
Yeah,
movie.
I'll tell you off air. But the ending is it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. The ending is idiotic because it's like, sure, they're gonna do that, sure, and basically it's basically just a very heavy like animal rights movie. The second one is like it's very heavy into that. It's like I get what you're doing, but these are genetically modified like dinosaurs that have not been on the earth for like 65 million years. You can't have that argument for them. I'm sorry, you just can't.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Original Star Wars fan, thank you very much. He says, in response to the question of what movie to experience again for the first time, nothing equals the pandemonium of Batman 89. Once in a lifetime.
I could see that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
I was only 6 months old when that movie came out, but
Yeah, dude.
I always called it like the next, it's definitely the last movie of its kind in regards to like, classic blockbusters without CGI, old Hollywood style. But it also ushered in a new merchandising campaign that we hadn't seen since Star Wars.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, what they had ads on the tape when you got it when you bought it and everything. It was insane.
I love the ads on the tape. I told you I got that catalog in the mail, right?
Yeah.
The P.O. Box video that took 3 hours to render has it on there.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, John Stamos is in that catalog.
That's ridiculous.
And Bob Saget, don't worry.
Good.
You can also get a Marty Moose t-shirt. Let's see. Modalicious' favorite series nobody mentioned was NBC's Heroes. Have you guys ever watched Heroes?
Oh god, the first season is good, almost all of it, and then it goes to dog shit immediately afterwards. And they had like heroes villains or some shit like that happened that was even worse.
They brought it back. It was like Heroes Rebirthed or Reborn.
Reborn. That's what it was. Heroes Reborn. Yeah. Oh man, that was bad. But the first season was okay, except like I hate to spoil it, but like they said save the cheerleader, save the world, and they did save the cheerleader. But there was still more to do.
Yeah, like that wasn't even the season finale. It was like the mid-season finale.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then once I got to it was supposed to be a miniseries. Once I got to the end of it, they had this whole thing about like it going on further, and I was like, "What are you doing? Like this is supposed to be just like a one-off thing." And then like you milked it for all it was, or tried to milk it for all it was worth, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, Heroes is very overrated.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. Darkness Comes says, when the sun goes down, darkness comes. Do a Halloween show. Yes, I'll be there. Do you want to see something really scary? So that's from the Twilight Zone movie.
Yeah, it is.
We'll do a Halloween. We have Halloween content planned quite a bit. Kenda wrote it down, right?
I did.
All right, cool. Because usually when we get to after hours, I am so damn tired. It's kind of hard for me to focus. And tonight's going to be a fun night on After Hours. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to cover. Thank you, Darkness Comes, though, for that. And we hope you enjoy our Halloween streams. Ian Malcolm says, as for the fans who were underwhelmed by Fallen Kingdom, he's winning them back by being respectful and giving them a taste of Jurassic World 3 with a free short film, Battle at Big Rock. Now I kind of want to watch this short film just to see if it's awesome.
For sure.
I do think the Jurassic Park toys look cool. I mean, most people like dinosaurs.
Yeah, their toys were awesome. They were great. You had like the cars that would were there to like catch the dinosaurs and like the suits and everything they had for them as well. I mean, it was fun.
I just remember how they were all branded with JP.
Yep, everything. And that was one thing that I remember them saying, it's like, oh, if it has a JP logo on it, then it's really Jurassic Park. If not, it's fake, or like it was like it's a knockoff or something. They kept saying.
Yeah, because they were bootleg dinosaur toys.
Well, I guess they were getting confused with like the regular like dollar store dinosaur toys, like just the molded painted ones. And I guess people were getting mad at them or something was happening. I guess I don't know, but they're like, oh, JP, this is how you look for the logo on it, so it's really Jurassic Park or something.
Well, I mean, you can't copyright a dinosaur.
That's true. You can't.
Look at the screen real quick. Look at some of these Jurassic Park toys. So we have the Bush Devil Tracker.
Yeah, I remember that one. Oh man, that one was crazy. Yeah, because I remember seeing the commercial. Like
nostalgic.
Yeah, I remember the one like of the guy coming out on the side and like shooting shooting dinosaurs. Oh, there we go.
The electronic command compound.
Compound. Yep. Yeah.
Hey, do you remember when we had T-Rexes that looked like this?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah, they're just running around the streets.
Yeah, they were in my science book.
We had that screaming velociraptor that was in the lower left-hand corner.
I remember that one. Oh yeah, the young Tyrannosaurus Rex with the chunk taken out of it.
Yeah, that's the one where you squeeze its legs together and it fucking roars. Yeah, I had that. And then I had Sam Neill.
Right here. Dr. Alan Grant.
Yeah, I just didn't have the car.
It is a cool car.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a Meijer not too long ago, and there was a Jurassic Park Jeep just parked outside.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's what
I got that T-Rex.
Yeah, there was one at DragonCon just parked outside. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
The reason I showed this though is so the Dennis Nedry action figure. So Dennis Nedry is played by Wayne Knight in the movie.
Yeah, it's Wayne Knight. He gets eaten by that fucking Sasha Banks looking thing.
Well, here is. Thank you for calling it Sasha Banks. Secondly, this is supposed to be the Wayne Newton action, or not Wayne Newton, Wayne Knight action
Wayne
figure.
Newton.
Whoa.
He lost a lot of weight, didn't he?
He got buff as fuck.
And then there's the fat.
I didn't say the magic word.
That's funny.
Have you ever seen the Men in Black toys from the 90s, Dion?
Oh yeah, hell
Dude,
yeah.
I love them, man. They're crazy and they're cheap as hell now to get because nobody wants them.
Yeah, I might eventually get some. I think
Yeah, me too.
I got Mint in Box. Oh my god! Wow, I meant to type in Men in Black and I get Star Wars figures
Every damn time.
with the exception of Yoda.
Ninja Turtles.
I had everything on screen, and Han Solo and Hoth gear. Oh my god! Anyway, ooh, that takes me back. Anyway, I'll read the last two super chats as we look at these Power Ranger toys. Modalicious says episode 9 will be like the 6th day in Battlefield Earth. Ouch.
God damn.
Hey, 6th Day was an okay.
I
movie.
love the 6th day. Yeah.
It was a fun movie.
And Michael Rappaport randomly gets fucking killed in that movie.
Yeah, he does.
Only in the best movies does Michael Rappaport die.
Deep Blue Sea. They ate him. The fucking shark ate him.
Great bitch.
Deep Blue Sea. Didn't they make a part 2 or something recently?
No, they were talking about remaking it, but then I just know it got kind of famous because someone, it was either on our page or just on Facebook in general. They were like, this is a moment in history because Deep Blue Sea 1998 was the first movie where a black man made it through the whole movie.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Jay.
No, wait, hold on. No, Deep Blue Sea 2 is actually a thing.
No, it wasn't. For real?
I'm looking at it right now. I think, oh god, please tell me this is not true. There's no way. Hold on.
Screen share it.
I'm gonna watch this trailer real quick. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to run through this.
All right, you watch the trailer. 007 Cloud's back, and he says, movies I'd like to experience again as Spidey 1 and 2, and Lord of the Rings. Oh, hi, Jeff. Oh, hi, 007 Cloud. I'd like to re-experience Spider-Man 2 as well. It was a fantastic time.
Mm-hmm.
Blown away.
Or watch that apparently Bollywood knockoff, Spidey-Man.
Spidey-Man. Darth Fatass says, later on tonight, The Adventures of Django Fat, Intergalactic Booty Hunter, followed by Hotel Porkins, and then Debbie Does Dantooine.
Oh, there we go.
Darth Fatass,
Hotel
you win. You win.
Oh my god. The CG in this movie is amazing.
You talking sci-fi bad?
Yeah. Yeah. It's wonderful. Oh man, they even tried recreating the lab and everything. Like, oh geez, they're using file footage from Discovery. Like, oh, it's this is sci-fi level bad. We need to own this.
Do you remember the 90s?
The Halloween chicken nuggets. I had those.
I had this too.
Yeah, I still do
wow.
somewhere.
If only real chicken nuggets didn't taste like shit.
Oh shit, is that the Fraggle Rock cars next to that one?
No, these are Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay, because I had the Fraggle Rock ones too.
Here's Tailspin, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, and Berenstein Bears.
Yeah,
I
I still got the Tailspin ones, and I had the Berenstein Bear ones. I don't know if I still have those.
Tailspin.
But I
They're
got
like
the
felt,
Tailspin
aren't
ones.
they?
Yeah,
Damn, I remember Tailspin. That was an awesome cartoon.
yeah, I kept the Tailspin ones because they were airplanes.
You know, even though this is my favorite McDonald's toy line right here. Spider-Man.
Yeah, I got a
wow.
couple of those.
I got Spider-Man and Peter Parker on my shelf right now. I can look right at them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I still have the Doc Ock somewhere.
I just remember getting this as a kid, and my mom was always like, if you don't like the McDonald's version, we can go and get the real one. And this was the only time where I was like, the McDonald's version is just as cool. And, and remember these?
Yep, got all those.
Yeah, I do too. I got Batman on my shelf
Wow.
right at them.
Yep,
Good
I
memory.
have all of those.
Loved McDonald's toys.
Mm-hmm. They used to be so cool. Now they're just. Bleh.
Yeah, we're also in our 30s, so
That's true. I will say when Endgame was coming out, the superhero Looney Tunes, I still have all those as well.
oh, so do I.
Yeah, no, when Endgame came out and McDonald's had all the Avengers toys and stuff, I was getting Happy Meals for lunch specifically to get those toys for the nephew.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was.
Mm-hmm.
No.
How am I gonna do it?
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at Deep Blue Sea 2 Blu-ray plus DVD.
Oh,
Amazon.
Jesus.
Either that or the Deep Blue Sea 2 DVD combo pack.
If it ain't got Tom Jane, it ain't worth shit.
Watch, he makes a cameo, or like El Coach makes a cameo in one of the movies.
Shit, now I want to have to keep scrolling down.
Oh my god!
Hold on.
I'm like, I want to see what's next.
Wait, I accidentally clicked on the Star Wars tab. We had these. Remember these glow in the dark buckets?
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
man.
Yeah, dude, if you didn't have one of those,
Halloween was dope.
You sucked.
Oh no, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you had to be one of the kids who had those, or else you looked like
A piece of shit.
yeah, like a piece of crap.
Yeah, if you didn't have a glow in the dark fucking Halloween bucket from McDonald's as Happy Meal, you were not a cool kid.
Yep.
Furby. God, look how creepy this McNugget looks up close.
he's like, what you doing over there? What's going on?
I remember these.
Oh yeah,
Animations.
yeah, I had a few of those.
Hercules.
Oh yeah, man.
Mm-hmm. Hercules
Didn't get
toy
those.
died. Yep.
Oh, Muppet Babies. That was a great show.
I miss that show.
Yeah, I got those still somewhere, and they also had like the little stuffed Muppet babies. I remember my grandmother got me those.
That
I
was
don't know where
right as I was born.
Yeah, I was just I have no idea where the hell they would be, but like most, if not all, my McDonald's toys ended up in my toy chest, and I'm pretty sure that's in the shed.
Oh, I remember these. Power Rangers.
Yeah,
Yep.
I had all those.
I had the black and the white Ranger for the movie.
I also had the regular figures and the Zords. I was spoiled. Let's look up real quick before we go, because these are the ones I wanted to see. Burger King toys. Because there was a specific one I was looking for. Well, not Kid Vid, but the 90s. Ooh, Beetlejuice. I want to look these up now.
Awesome.
I just want to own those.
The only Burger King kids meal toys I remember were the Simpsons ones because I had those, and when they had the Pokemon shit because I was hitting that Burger King every day for like 2 kids meals trying to get all the Pokemons.
I did the same thing. This is what I wanted to look up: the Toy Story toys from Burger King.
Yeah, I had a bunch of them.
I even had these like puppets.
I'm sure. No, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It'd be worth,
Yeah, I had
remember
those.
the puppets. Yep.
I'm sure they'd
I
be
still
worth.
got them somewhere. I'm fairly positive.
Like the RC car, you could like rev it up and it would move.
Yeah. Those are probably worth a pretty penny right now.
And there's the Simpsons. Oh, Dragon Ball Z. I remember those. Burger King was cool. And those X-Men toys are not from Burger King. Just
No.
What the Never mind. No.
Woody, what are you doing? Was he doing that to Storm?
I think so.
He was trying to
Woody
keep
had
his
a
Woody,
way, that's
okay?
damn sure.
Well, Bo Peep left his ass.
Yeah, he's like, bitch, I'm going to show you how to ride the lightning.
So, guys, we were only going to go 90 minutes tonight because full transparency, last night I had to work on today's video and then do some other stuff. I only got to sleep for 4 hours. I had a good morning pop culture. So if I seemed a little off my game tonight or a little different, I was just really tired. So thank you to everyone who joined us tonight. We had a huge audience, dude. We never dipped under 1,000 once we started going.
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
So now's the time, folks, to make sure you give us a thumbs up on the way out. If you really like our dynamic, check us out on Patreon, World Class BS, or patreon.com/World Class BS. And we have after hours that we're going to go record, and that'll be up in tomorrow morning. So that's usually 45 minutes to an hour and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's bonus. It's fun. We get to talk about stuff we don't get to talk about on YouTube because there's no reason for us to be censored over there. So it's a lot of fun. So I'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank our mods like Salvador, Black Angus Reviews. Shout out to Superfan Adam Shawhan, The H, Your name stayed on screen the entire night, my friend. So shout out to you. Yes, I got Back to the Future on VHS from McDonald's, Scott. That was one of the highlights of my life. So
I got some of the Back to the Future animated show toys from
McDonald's.
Burger King.
Oh man, yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, Doc and the DeLorean, you'd fucking race it around. Had that little sparker thing in it.
Yeah, dude.
It would smell like it's burning, especially if you ran over the fucking carpet.
Yeah. Which is funny because like
would light up.
Which is funny because that's a toy we had as a kid. They would in no way do that now. In no way would they do that now.
Oh, no. Hell no.
Rich but not wealthy says I could have listened to you guys all night.
Thanks, man.
And Dark Badness sent in a super chat that says thanks guys and good night. So thank you very much. Oh, and Gentleman Trout says I was here since you guys only had a few thousand subs. So great to see how far you've all come. Well, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, you knew us before the IMDb pages.
Yeah, before the dark times, before all the
before the empire of Disney.
Yeah.
You must come with me to California. Teach you the ways of the Fandom Menace.
I'm on my way eventually. You guys are going to come and hang out with me. So it'll be a lot of fun. We'll be at Star Wars Celebration next year, folks. By the way, dude, today I Googled something for a video I was making for under Star Wars, and it goes future events, Star Wars Celebration in 11 months or whatever. I'm like, Jesus.
Oh, boy, I can't wait.
So, Michael B., you're waiting for a 48-hour stream. I don't know when that'll be, but I can tell you our Star Wars stream's going to be like 8 hours long.
Yeah.
We're going to go all night, Shawn Michaels style. We were up all night.
Oh, nice.
Big Joe, thank you for $2. Appreciate that. Guys, if you're still here and you want to listen to some entertainment, Anna's live on her channel at The Jack Show. Help support that Star Wars girl. She's a great member of the Fandom Menace and a friend, and she's a lot of fun. So you guys will have a good time listening to her, and tell her that I sent you over there.
Also, if you're a $10 patron, we do have a video of her, Jesse Milestone, and all of us playing $1 million butt. So if you're at that level, or you want to be at the level, or watch that hour and a half long video, join our Patreon.
Yeah. Speaking of joining, Nick, you want to tell everybody about how they can find you when you're not joining the World Class Bullshitters?
Yeah. Let's see if I can do this correctly.
Nope, apparently.
Screen share. There we go. All right, screen share worked.
Hey,
all right, there's my channel, Real Independent Productions, Real with two E's because Film Pun. Every Friday, me and my co-host Scotty Wheeler do a podcast called Scary Drunk, where we drink a few and we talk about independent horror movies. I think we talk about a movie called Gravy in this week's episode, a movie written and directed by James Roday. He's the co-star in one of our favorite TV shows called Psych. Also, me and Richard Tanner, world-famous, award-winning film director, do a show every Wednesday called The Campfire, where we talk about 2 episodes from Are You Afraid of the Dark? So go over there, subscribe to our channel, like us, share our videos, help us out. I'm trying to get to at least 1,000 so I can start monetizing this shit. So help me out.
I love Are You Afraid of the Dark? Call me in, tag me in. I want to.
Oh, definitely, it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be on the one where the superhero episode. Have you done that one yet?
No, we have not.
All right, cool. I'm pulling my friend card.
Yeah, I'll join you for the ones that the stories. I think the earlier seasons when very young Pastor Glenn is the storyteller for the night.
I don't know. So far. So far, the ones I've watched, I think the first two were those one called the Laughing in the Dark, which was one of my favorites, and I love that one. Everyone after that's kind of been meh. This last week they were, I think, episode 6 we recorded was not that good, and they were just like, but yeah, they're like a lot of them don't hold up very well. Some of them do, but a lot of them just don't. So it's interesting to go back and watch them and see just like how things were back then.
Still better than Goosebumps.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Except I think the theme song to Goosebumps is better than the theme song to Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah,
that's true. But I mean, if I hear the Are You Afraid of the Dark like theme and hear like the sound effects, like I immediately know what it is. Immediately.
Goosebumps, viewer beware, you're in for a scare. That's way cooler than that. And then the fucking magic.
Well, no, you have the kids laughing. You have like the boat on the shore, the swing, the window, like I don't know, slapping in the wind or whatever, like against the window, like give all that stuff as well happening. Yeah.
So for the last couple people that are still here, yes, the leaks were true. That Star Wars poster that we reported on early in the year was legit. Everything on it was true, including C-3PO with the bowcaster, Zori Bliss, the Knights of Ren. None of it was fake. It was all real. And guess what? The best part? No one cared.
Mhm.
So do we, Kendo, do we want to read the results of the poll? You want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So last week we asked you guys, John Rambo or John Lithgow, with
Who would win in a fight?
376 votes. Who would win in a fight, John Rambo or John Lithgow? 72% say John Rambo, 28% John Lithgow.
Huh.
No faith for Lithgow. Come on.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame.
Dude, tonight on After Hours, we're going to talk about Takeshi 6ix9ine. He alleges that Jim Jones and Cardi B are gang members. Ooh.
Oh.
There we go, folks. So thank you guys. Wait, we had more. Ian Malcolm sent another one. He says, you guys are awesome. Here, take my money. Ian Malcolm, thank you very much for joining us. Big Joe, thank you again, just in case we missed yours. And I'm going to check out the Jurassic Park short film for fun. I'll have a little time in the morning when I'm editing stuff. So if it's only 10 minutes, I can have a cup of coffee in the big time, and then do that. So, guys, Midnight's Edge After Dark says Rambo is phenomenal. Midnight's Edge After Dark, I'll take your word for it. I watch your other stuff, so I'll take your word for Rambo. I'm probably going to go see it tonight. Folks, follow us on Twitter to see that tweet go live. We'll have the review next week. I should have a video up by Saturday to finish out our Marvel trilogy, some Star Wars stuff for Monday, and we've been posting all kinds of stuff all over social media. So follow us, even though YouTube is, having a seizure. We're still alive and kicking. So never forget, World Class Bullshitters. Every Monday, we're here. And the Thursday night, we take a dump on the world of pop culture. So give us a thumbs up, check us out. And until next time, folks, Kendo, what do I always say?
Be excellent to each other.
.com. There, I got to do it for once.